Hello, hello everybody. How are we doing? How are we doing?
I think we are the best two teams in the game.
Let's get this going.
Performed at Raleigh, but you know they proved themselves to be like the second best team.
Right, yo, they definitely did. And I know you ready to come out here and be the first. Any last words before we get the fist bumps and get this one started?
Just prepare for a long-ass series.
We prepare for a long-ass series on the main stage, everybody. Shake it up. It's Cloud9 versus OpTic Gaming. Let's get it.
Alrighty then, my goodness, I'm very prepared. I've got everything settled down. I've got a chair behind me, so Lucid, I'm ready for a long series too. Let's get some resets happening. Let's get it a little bit spicy because I'm ready for this big storyline coming out of this grand finals. You know, OpTic, looking at the way they performed against United to get into this position, I felt like in the series they were kind of overcoming a couple of different hiccups that we saw because United kept it very close, the 3-0s. But, you know, they got the job done. Is that job good enough to go up against Cloud9?
They're going to need to step it up even more, I think. I think to win two best-of-5s against Cloud9, it's got to take all you have. And Penguin said it best in that interview. You're going to have to dig deep, deeper than you ever have. OpTic Gaming may have that in them, but we'll find out very shortly.
We certainly will. Let's take a quick peek right now, though, at the series layout. Gaskin, you're always my man to come to for this series layout.
Hello, restream.
What are we looking at? It is a best of 7 and it is a bracket reset potential here as well. This is a lot to take in, Gaskin, but what are you spotting?
I mean, I'm spotting that Wes now, if it's going to be a difficult best of 5 to best of 5, best of 7 to best of 7 becomes even more of a task because that takes so much energy. But just looking at the game types, Oddball Live Fire is a fantastic one to start with for OpTic Gaming. We know how comfortable they are for Live Fire, so a really good start to the series for them. But when you move over to Slayer Streets, the fast-paced game that Cloud9 play on that map, I'd like to think that Cloud9 should be able to take that one. But this is going to be a series layout where it features every single map and every single opportunity to play game modes that now the map pool and the kind of favored game modes we've seen happen in best of 5s, it doesn't come into the equation as much. And especially if we got a bracket reset, we pretty much see every game possible. So this is where you really truly test how good you are at every single game and map here in Halo Infinite.
It really is a true test, and it is the grand final, so where better to put the true test of Halo Infinite? I've got to say, the third
Let's go, let's go. We're gonna watch some good stuff. Let's go, let's go. HCS finals.
It honestly is an education on how to play that map and mode, and it makes me a little bit worried. Should we be looking into the series layout in terms of what is stacked up against each other? You know, what is back to back in terms of these maps and modes?
I don't know if you have to look at which one.
So we are on the Halo Hub channel on Twitch. Make sure to give a follow over there as well. We are doing a good little restreaming here tonight, trying to help boost it up.
Be ready for a long series. This is gonna be a long game. They're clearly going the full time limit on Bazaar.
Yeah, you know what? They would like to hope so, wouldn't they?
I mean, we had overtime in the previous series, and potentially we almost had a chance of a Slayer getting restarted, which is not something we've actually seen in Halo Infinite so far. But that was in the previous against a United roster who do like to slow the game
Yes, it is
down
epic. Thank you.
Whereas this is now against Cloud9, who do exactly the opposite. They like to speed this game up. They completely fly at you time and time again.
Yeah, indeed. Now, if you are OpTic, and I think it's fair to say they are on the back foot in this situation, they're coming out of the elimination bracket. They're on the back foot because they have a very, very long series ahead of them. They have to reset the bracket, don't they, Clutch? So what would you give to OpTic right now? If you could give a piece of advice going up against Cloud9, who are already in a pretty good spot in this grand final, what would you say?
I would give them a lot of energy drinks because they're going to need it. Because if they want this to be a long grand finals, to push this to a second best of 7, I don't think that they win 4-0 in the first one, so that's going to be very difficult for them to grind throughout all of these matches. I mean, these guys are gamers, but this is a lot of video games to be played if they want to try and win this championship. And the advice, one game at a time, one life at a time, one kill at a time. Let's get it done, but it's so difficult to try and put yourself in this gauntlet, but that's the mistakes that were made earlier today. This is the only option for them.
It is indeed. Now, Walshy, you spoke about superstars on these rosters, and I have them on a head-to-head right now. Let's have a look at this player versus player matchup, Renegade versus Lucid. You know, both of these guys' performances have been so important to their teams. You know, getting these slays, getting these heads-up kills. But I think I said it actually on the disc earlier on, but a lot of the time,
What are we
our
rooting for,
superstar
chat?
players
Who are we
these teams
rooting
open up
for?
doors for opportunities in either objective play or in Slayer games. How important is that gas skin right now coming into this grand final to really be on your game if you're one of these guys?
I mean, if you drop the ball in a grand final, then you are going to lose that grand final. It's as simple as that. You've got to focus on playing at your very best, and we're seeing average of what, 20 kills per game for those players? And I know
Who wins it all is going to be the poll. Who wins it all?
Very comfortable in easy games, but that's still an insane amount of kills to be getting on average.
That's really what we're looking at. Who's going to win it? Who's going to win it all? Who's going to take home the crown for the second?
And even though Cloud9 usually come through a bracket of 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, they have been pushed to those game 5s. They have been pushed to the limit by other teams. And if I'm OpTic Gaming, and the advice that I would give to them is, did you watch that tape of Fnatic taking Cloud9 to a game 5 in pool play? Because Fnatic did something that no other team has done for quite some time, is push Cloud9 to their limit.
Yeah, indeed. Now, talking about pushing to your limit, I'm going to push you guys to your limit right now because I'm going to ask you to give a prediction for this grand final, and it's going to be pretty hard. So I hope you guys are pretty well on your decision.
Let's do it.
Are we ready? Alrighty. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm on board with the green wall. I'm a believer of these guys. It's about time somebody does it. Somebody's got to take down Cloud9. OpTic Gaming have had so much success in Infinite, but this championship, it would push them over that wall. It would put them with the greats, and I think that they're capable of it. Let's see if they got what it takes.
This will be a long night if they win the first round, everybody. Long night, so.
I was burnt once, I won't be burnt again. I think Cloud9 is the obvious pick. I also can kind of guarantee my victory against Wes if I do get this one right. So I've got to make sure I focus on that. But I'm glad he's gone for OpTic. He's doubled down, and I tell you what, if OpTic win it, we'll gladly bow down, and we will call him prediction champion.
I want to see people on their knees praising.
Two pieces there. We will not bow down. And secondly, if that happens, it will not be gladly.
Oh gosh, here we go.
Dave, you don't have to do it, but I'm expecting both of these.
Can't go back. Well, I'd love to know kind of what you're thinking here.
We're having a good time with this.
Have gone with Cloud9. Is there a particular reason?
They've just been the favorites for so long.
Yeah.
This has been since the end of Halo 5 up until now. They've been winning every LAN event they've been attending. You hear it in the confidence in their interviews, whether it's Penguin saying, I'm not surprised we're in the grand finals, whereas OpTic, I don't think they can say the exact same. It's the breath of fresh air to be like, yes, we made it to the grand finals. We had to get over that hurdle. Lastly, with Renegade, as they're talking through, he even said, these guys are such great players in OpTic. I think they are the second best team in the game, and that takes a lot of confidence in your team to say, we are clearly head and shoulders above everyone else.
Not just to say in an interview, but say in an interview where your opposition team is stood right there in front of you as well.
It's like, dude, I can hear you right now.
Yeah.
You realize that, right?
It just takes an extra little bit of confidence, and he said it with a little bit of flair as well, and you can understand why. Cloud9, they've been untouchable, but we need to see OpTic Gaming take them that little bit further here.
I think one final question.
We'll love this here. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good.
It's difficult because obviously Cloud9 have been in this position for quite some part of the day now.
About 100 times at this point.
Yes, that is true, but I'm talking about in terms of timing-wise. Like, they have been in this position in the bracket for a large portion of the day. They got there way earlier on than OpTic did get into this grand finals position. How much does momentum really play into going into a series? You know, I know Cloud9 have been warming up, I'm sure, you know, but OpTic, they warmed up against really hotly contested teams. You know, they have been fighting it out. They know exactly what they need to be doing, what they need to work on. We can't really say the same for Cloud9 because they haven't been challenged too much. So how much does momentum play into it?
Yeah, I think that goes a little bit into my prediction, right? Is the fact that if OpTic has enough gas...
Got some finals here. Let's go.
This is a lot of
super excited.
Yeah.
They are at least coming in really warmed up. They just got done clutching up 3 straight games. They look good doing it. They are confident. Individually, they are confident. As a squad, they are confident. Cloud9 having to wait could come back to bite them. Yes, they've done this in the past where the wait has not affected them, but I do think that there's opportunity there for OpTic to come out swinging, potentially steal a game 1 and 2, and then make this first best of 7 much more manageable.
What's up, Diehard?
The second one, you have the confidence. Hey, we just did it once. Let's do it again.
Oh, you know, we're enjoying the finals here.
In the double digits in terms of gameplay. So
yeah, I was watching
that's always
it earlier.
good, practicing that one just in case you do get to a
bummed
best of 7 grand final and you need to reset the bracket. And I want to now reset.
Yeah, to Cloud9 the first time.
To our 2 wonderful casters. They call themselves the duo. We
but
got
I'm
Onset,
pretty
we got
sure
Brav
they
in the house.
can come
Gentlemen,
back. They
grand
can do
finals
this.
time. OpTic versus Cloud9. This is going to be
Yeah, I'm
wild.
streaming
How
it
do you
here,
feel about
trying to have a good time with
I
it.
just want to get into these games. We've been sat here, we're kind of jumping around a little bit. Trying to
Afterwards, I want to play some World War III. I hope it's still working.
Yeah,
in
me
our grand
too.
finals, and you know what, Wes? Sometimes I question some of your decisions, but if there's one thing I can agree with, I would love a bracket reset here.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think with the two teams on here and the caliber of these players, I think you guys are going to be casting over a highlight reel, to be perfectly honest. So enjoy that. I'm going to give it over to you, so please, let's get into our grand final.
Oh, thank you very much, Lai. Wonderful setup here for our grand finals, Andy. We've been waiting all day. We've been waiting for 3 days to find out who's going to make it through. We have our two teams now. We have Cloud9. They've been here for a while. They've been waiting for their opponents, and they will be OpTic Gaming. They've fought their way through that lower bracket, and now they find themselves with an opportunity to maybe cause the biggest upset of the HCS so far.
Yes, here you go, perhaps. A tale that is becoming...
I didn't realize that was going on.
It's C9 versus OpTic Gaming.
Let's go, let's go.
That we came for. This is the match that many expected to see. One side of the stage in blue, one side of the stage in green. At the end of the day, though, that stage will be decked out in one single color. And the question is, which will it be?
We can see both teams just want to get into the series. Last minute adjustments being made. Last little bit of team talk going down.
Let's go. Let's see where we go. Let's see where we go with this. Let's go.
Trophy is there. All 4 players on each team just locked in for what could be a very, very long series.
Could be indeed, and I think as neutral fans of competitive Halo, and as many of you at home are as well, you just want to see the best gameplay. That's what we want to see too. This series could go the distance.
First one, live fire, oddball. Oof. This is a big, interesting.
And you know what that means. It's time for your grand finals here in Anaheim. We got a best of 7. We got Cloud9.
Super Bowl's over. It's just HCS now. Let's go.
It's going to be a hot start needed for the side of OpTic Gaming if they want to compete against the best team in the world. It's Cloud9. Here we go. Game number 1.
No messing around here, everybody. Strap yourselves in because we could be here for a while as we start off watching the POV of a man who has put up some crazy statistics today. And that, of course, is OpTic Gaming's Lucid.
Crazy stats,
there we go.
Crazy
Let's
plays,
go.
And some crazy baits as well on the ball. He's going to pick up that first
there's a
one.
heat wave. We go for it.
Last player alive
Nope.
is Lucid. One player who can even it up, though. It's going to be him. Here comes Eco.
Oh
They
my,
almost
pretty
goes
good with this
Eco as
snipe.
well.
Oh,
he's
Lucid.
good. Oh, he couldn't land that third
Have
one.
their hands on
He was so close.
I
He
know,
was so.
Eco as well, but if
He was
that
so
doesn't start
close.
Lucid, I don't know what does. He's the last player alive. He almost takes down 3/4 of Cloud9.
Pistola going to have an overshield.
All right.
Stripped away, but not without
All
getting
right,
rid of his
here we
line.
go.
A couple of players going to be rotating here from Cloud9, just trying to use that ball as bait at the moment. Penguin going to be challenged here by Pistola, and you got to do that if you're going to take down C9.
Ooh.
Renegades top middle, though. Lucid left alone again.
Early control here from side of Cloud9, and Lucid just trying to stay alive, finding himself pinned and pinched once again. Oh, hits the
Oh. Good teammates. Good teammate work. Good teammate work. Let's go.
21 points.
Let's go.
Rising here for C9. A really, really strong hold from them. It was Stella.
Oh, this is so good.
Get that double kill. Renegade will pick up the first in the team fight now. APG will manage to take him down. Stella trying to chase down this kill, though. Manages to do so. 2 dead here for OpTic. On the same side, though, you could say. And it's even numbers as Eco's going to have to rotate that ball towards Stella, but what a play that is.
Yeah, look, Renegade's pointing tower. Perfect at rotate. All they have to do is find out if any players are coming bottom middle. One of them is named Ola. That's already a man advantage once again for the side of Cloud9. It feels like every single moment there's at least 1 player or 2 players dead on OpTic Gaming, and that point will continue.
2v2 on the map. Penguin will ball in hand, though. Eco going to drop behind Trippy. Takes him out with that Heatwave APG. Going to be there to clean up the kills, so it'll be trades either side. But while all of these kills are being traded out, the oddball's still in the hands of Cloud9 here. It's 46-0. APG now trying to put the pressure on that oddball carrier.
OpTic Gaming certainly conceding a lot of points early on. Generally, when you see Cloud9 play this game type, they're pretty happy just playing control-based, but they're not just playing control-based, they're also playing point-based. They have a ton of
They are. I mean,
This is a chance now. Trippy picking
I
up
don't
the
know.
first kill is going to give them numbers.
We'll
as
see.
well as that Pistola has the HP to take any kind of fight with that overshield in his hands as well. The ball has been rotated back to the garage here by OpTic Gaming. This is the opportunity they need. They have 24 points on the board. Renegade though with the opener here onto Lucid. Penguin follows up with a kill onto APG.
And look at this. I mean, once again, you do not see mistakes very often from the side of Cloud9. It's a good trade there coming in, so it's going to be happy with that. But 3 dead, 4 dead for a second on the side of OpTic Gaming. They will continue scoring on the side of Cloud9.
Efficiency there as well as immediately off the back of that 4 dead, it's Cloud9 who have the oddball in their hands. They know that kills don't mean too much if you ain't got the time to back it up as well. Lucid's going to fall. APG now going to have the heat wave in his hand. 62 points and rising still for Cloud9. OpTic kind of struggling to get a hold at the moment. The rotations have been the standout so far for me from Cloud9. It looks like OpTic at times are just chasing shadows.
Yeah, they certainly have been chasing. It's been fantastic rotations, even when Cloud9 finds themselves in the 2v4 scenarios. As you saw earlier, they're able to rotate the ball away from their opponents, and in a game like Oddball, it can be a game of keep away. And even when you only have 2 players alive, if you're in the right positioning, covering the right angles, you can put even more points on the board.
Ola picks up one, Stella trades it out, Lucid picks up another. Now, look at the scores, starting to close together a little bit here. The gap is getting shorter and shorter. Wow. Renegade showing that you have to hit every single pellet of every single bullet in this game if you want to win a fight. Now he's going to move forward with that sniper rifle in his hand. 52 points on the board here, 68 to
Double teamed
Cloud9.
on that one.
It's much, much closer than it was a few moments ago.
Yeah, OpTic did really well to bring that back, even though we saw some exchanges and kills going.
He tried to hit him in the feet, missed.
On the hour edge towards the dummies and power up. Lots of points on the board for the side of OpTic. Only a 10-point game here.
Renegade trying to work with Eco and Penguin to pick up these kills by the dummies. Also working to get that overshield in their hands. Swaps one piece of equipment out for another. Now the push will come in, but look at the score. We're pretty much tied up at this point. However, this is the first time we've seen Renegade and Cloud9 with an overshield in hand. He picks up one, he picks up two. Maybe looking to turn it for 3 as well.
Oh, I missed it. Got it. He got the triple.
Might not hit it with the snipe, but he had the time to hit it. This is going to be maybe an unofficial X-Sturm. No, he drops down, he chases. That was the last player alive. Who else but Lucid to stay alive in that scenario, but not before
Lucid survived it.
They're already at 90 points.
Just about to cross that 90-point mark, like you say. Eco's in position to play ball as well.
Eco played it smart.
For Cloud9, Penguin using the repulsor to get himself behind cover for a few seconds, but that's now 3 dead for Cloud9. Lucid looking to play bodyguard here for the teammate who's managed to pick up that ball. He might actually be able to flank behind Eco here, but Eco more than aware that player is flanking.
Eco.
Takes Lucid down, but also
they play.
Ball's going to go off the edge, but C9's in a pretty good position to have control once again.
They are indeed. They only need 9 points on the board as well to take home this first round. Pistola still in the death screen. Renegade also in the death screen. And at the moment, Penguin is just
they got it. They got round 1, I think.
With that ball in his hands, turns his attention now to those players behind. 98 points, gets the stick on Pistola, but Pistola manages to pick up the kill, but it doesn't.
Renegade.
4 dead for OpTic. That will be round 1.
Renegade was alive.
Cloud9 wasting no time. As we said, sometimes they play a very Slayer-dominant oddball and objective in general, but specifically oddball. This time, though, they're making sure they got the points on the board early, very, very efficient, and maybe even more clinical than average.
Renegade, who
this will be interesting.
So far, and we're only
very interesting.
A couple minutes into it with that triple kill, almost managed to secure an overkill. He's going to be moving towards that power up once more. Off the break here, you can see all smiles for Renegade as well. It looks like, unfortunately, we've had a player drop out the lobby by the looks of
yep, someone played out.
If you're wondering why the players have got big smiles on their faces, because they know that this is looking a little bit too easy for them. Feeling a little bit too easy for them as they do rotate around the map.
I thought it was just Renegade taking the dummies express there, hitting the perfect curve slides.
Yeah, they lost, looks like
start of the second round, which thankfully, in regards to the scoreboard, is not going to be a harm or a foul in terms of that round being calculated.
Ouch, that sucks for Halo Infinite. It's another one.
Official call from League Operations, but we'll get right back into the game as fast as we can. But gives us a second, Mark, to talk about what we saw from Cloud9 there, because oftentimes you do see them overslaying, perhaps. And this time they are not overslaying, they are over-rotating while also overslaying.
Yeah, it's very impressive to see. C9, it's the recognition of where...
Because it's the finals, they're not going to rush it through.
Coming in off the back of that of teammates where they move that ball so quickly.
I think it was Pistola that left. Yeah, his disconnected.
If you're watching, you know, and you don't have a deep understanding of why is this player going here? Why is this player suddenly doubling back with the oddball when they've just picked up kills? There's so much more to it. C9 are almost the masters of the moving pieces on the map.
Interesting.
It's like they're playing chess a lot of the time.
Yeah, the speed at which they can just understand the routes to take, and once again, the speed at which they can understand the decisions they need to make is unbelievable, and it feels like we never see, or I should say very rarely, only a few times a tournament do we see them make any mistakes on those calls. It's also worth highlighting between these teams. You talk about Livefire being OpTic's map, but it is worth noting. The last time we saw Cloud9 play oddball on Livefire, they 2-0'd Kansas City Pioneers. However, last time we saw OpTic Gaming play was against Sentinels. It was actually a 2-1 loss, which is not what you expect to see in the Livefire category, but it could be an indicator of why we saw that first round go the way that it did.
Yeah, I think it's a very interesting statistic to back up what you know, has been the overriding story about Live Fire, right? It's always been historically a map that OpTic have liked, understandably so, because they've won it the majority of the time. But Cloud9 are pretty good at every single map, and it's Live Fire was kind of the outlier of maps between all of the top teams when they played against OpTic. But you have seen OpTic been caught up a little bit, I think, with the way that they play it, and a lot of other teams have kind of seen how OpTic have played it.
Interesting.
Their play style
Very interesting. Because now I think they're trying to re-get the people back in the game.
Spin on it, which is why you're seeing a lot of counter strats to what OpTic was so good at. Cloud9 in that first round, though, I think it's a couple of plays stand out for me about why it's so difficult to play against this C9 roster, right? The APG versus Renegade fight is one of them. APG has a heat wave. He hits the first shot, doesn't get all of the second shot. Now, if you've got a heat wave in your hand and you're playing against any normal player, any human player,
anyone else,
then maybe you have the opportunity to fire a third shot to get that kill. Renegade slides out, hits a body shot, cleans up immediately. It is just, that's the level of efficiency you need to have in every single moment of the game. You cannot afford to miss a bullet,
Astros everywhere,
kind of
Astro headsets
onto one of these players if you hope to come out of a 1v1 on top.
Right, and that's what you expect to see from C9, which is wild. And I will say, you know, we've been watching competitive Halo for a very long time. There are very few rosters that are as efficient as this C9 roster, even tournament-winning rosters. There were tournament-winning Final Boss rosters, Triggers Down rosters, Instinct rosters, where they were not playing perfect Halo. They were just better 85% of the time. Instead, when you look at Cloud9, you watch all of their VOD, you watch all their gameplay, and you're like, they were only making bad decisions about 3% of the time, right? 97% efficiency on these game types is absolutely wild what we see from them, and they really have brought a new level of competition to this game.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting lineup as well. You know, the mix of characters is always something that stands out to me. You've got Stella, you've got this silent assassin. You know, I've kind of crowned him myself as who I think is the best player, all-round player in the game at the moment. You've got the kind of the enigma that is Renegade, right? The player who's kind of freakishly talented and pulls off these crazy plays that not many other people can do. Penguin, that consistency, and then you've got a leader in Eco who just kind of directs traffic for them and just makes sure that he is in the right place. And also one thing that isn't mentioned about Eco a lot of the time is that man is clutch. He is so clutch in so many situations for them. If it's the situation where he has to win a gunfight, he'll win it. And he gives C9 just that edge that they need.
He's so clutch, Die Hard, so clutch.
And
I know it's being in Discord, but yeah, I was just like, oh my gosh.
Here, we'll start from round 2. Of course, round 1 did fall in favor of Cloud9, so we will start from the second round. If Cloud9 is to win this next round of ball, they'll take game number 1. However, if OpTic can win this round, they will force us to a third and final sudden death round.
So what do you think went wrong for OpTic in that last round? Or is it just a case of...
I think what they're doing is they're speeding up the round. Basically what they're doing is just...
Put your hands up if you're a team and you say...
having someone pick up the ball and let them pick up the points right away.
Anything they can tighten up on, looking ahead to this next
so
round.
then they can just get ready for the next round. Really I'm going to assume that's what they're doing. Kind of speed it up.
All alone, he has to fight in a 1v3. He takes down 2, almost kills the third. Had he done that, we would have seen a different scenario. You can't put everything on Lucid or any player on OpTic Gaming. Yes, they can win 1v2s. Yes, they can win 1v3s, but do not put that pressure on your team. I think OpTic Gaming, we need to see a little bit tighter cohesion in their actual map movement. Don't get caught out as much. Make sure that you're not getting the first death in these openings, because in almost every one of those, like we said, there was at least 1 or 2 players down on OpTic Gaming. If you need to let 20 points, 25 points go on the board, let that happen, but make your next push a good one. Make it count. Push with 4 players alive.
I think it's a great point. One thing that sometimes you can get carried away with a little bit when you're playing against a team like C9. You know they're going to punish you if you make a mistake. Is not being, thinking we don't have time to make mistakes, right? And you end up making it because of that. You try and play a little bit too fast. You don't wait for the numbers. You don't try and overload one side of the map when you might think, hey, 2 C9 members are weak here. We might be able to jump in and get those kills. It is a case of what you'd probably describe as an investment of 5 seconds in order to maybe grab 20 or 30 seconds where you are going to be more productive a little bit later on in the game.
And what's interesting is OpTic knows how to do this, right? This is not like we're talking about a team that's coming from the top 12 or top 16 that has less experience. OpTic, especially with a coach like Lunchbox, knows how to wait for each other. They know when to not push. And it's really just a matter of putting those pieces together. Don't panic and make sure that their pushes are counting. The tough thing is that the players on Cloud9...
Well, I think it was earlier in Cloud9 when they versed them the first time. I think they, it was on, I don't know what it was, but one of the rounds they did,
simple things, right?
they
It's the magnifying glass
they
that
would
put
have
under
stayed
when you play
alive
against a team like
the first
C9
time,
who give you so
but it
little room for error.
they
And
threw the
I
ball
think
the
any
wrong
team who's gonna
way,
be playing against C9 is gonna
and
have to
basically
keep
that
in
ended that
mind.
round.
But while we're chatting away, it looks like the players are getting locked back into the game. You can see the fist bumps are going down. Hopefully, we can get this game back underway as soon as possible. Thank you for bearing with us. Why would you be anywhere else is the question.
All right, here we
Likewise,
go.
where we go back, it is going to be C9 who have that round advantage as we head into what will be the second
Let's see if they
round.
gave it to them or if they just restarted the whole game.
A moment to catch their breath for the side of OpTic Gaming.
You know what I mean?
The second round with a renewed focus
We'll see what they did.
rather than having to dive
Now the
right
thing different,
into
remember,
the
this is the
actual
best of
have to see
4,
if that
so
tactical timeout opportunity gives them
it's
a
not a
chance
5.
to reset here in our second round.
nope, best of 7. That's
C9.
7s. We gotta win
You've got to
4.
remember that OpTic have been playing for a while now. They are warmed up. They are ready to go. C9.
Oh,
look
that
like
just
they've been
restarted the
playing
whole
same amount of
thing.
games. They jumped straight into that first round. And they
Oh,
were
they
straight
changed
on the
color.
money. The tempo was there. The rhythm
They changed
was
color.
there. As now we're back underway in our grand finals. Eco and Lucid will trade out a few kills to start with. Eco now is going to land from Clouds and pick up 1 kill. Not the 9 maybe you would have wanted if that was physically possible, but the heat wave is going to find its way into the hands of Lucid here. No oddball time really to speak of so far. I wouldn't call it a decisive lead, but it certainly is a lead here of 1-0 to OpTic.
As that ball's going to get all the way back on the other side of the map, so Lucid's going to have to figure out how he wants to push out a tower here. I checked the forecast. There's one thing on the menu. It's a heat wave, but it'll actually fall down onto dummy door.
Stellar.
So down, look for C9 to try to snag that if they can.
2v2 here on the map. Stola's going to be pushing down, but Stella's going to be putting him
Oh,
under
2 down
pressure.
on
Eco got taken down in that push as well.
Cloud9.
So see Stella once again playing his life, hitting a nice jump.
This is a nice little tricky jump right there. Like I kind of watch, it's like I want to practice that so much.
APG also hits a body to escape, and I like this from APG as well. Recognizing that getting the kill there isn't too important, just leave Stella there.
Just leave it, call it out, and trust that your teammates will be there. Also, you got Coach Lunchbox behind you who can stress
Ooh,
those call-outs.
Trippy
He can
coming
look at all the
back.
screens and say, this kill needs to be yours, Trippy. This kill needs to be yours, Stellar. He can direct the traffic as much as he needs to. So it's a few points early on for the side of OpTic Gaming, and we'll see if they can connect the dots to continue slaying right now. Right now, leading in the slaying category.
Still have the ball in their hands as well. 15-1. There's going to be a repulsor jump up to top middle from Trippy, who has that mangler in his hands. The power-up's going to be jumping into the map in around 20 seconds or so as well. So you're seeing
Turn around too quick, too quick. Ah, Trippy missed it. I know he can't see it, but man, if he would just wait one more second, would have seen right there.
Doesn't get a hit marker there, surprisingly, and also
And he
doesn't get a
missed.
trade
Yeah,
there.
Trippy.
Back there.
Trippy was lost that whole time. He couldn't find anyone.
Excuse me, surprised to see exactly how that one played out, but while all that happens, there's a few points on the board for Cloud9. 2 dead momentarily for both sides. There's a power-up pop.
APG managed to get the power up in his hands, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, but someone else was there. I think someone else got it. Yep. Oh, all I did, but he wasted it. Oh, he wasted it. Oh, maybe not. 2 down. 2 down. God, Pistola, you are the magician. You know. Pistola is the magician. I don't know. I forget his nickname, whatever it is, but he knows how to live. Like.
Moved the ball back to Garage. Eco is going to survive for now. A couple of missed shots with the mangler there from Pistola is going to allow Eco to get away with his life. But now the rotation has come back in once more. This time it's towards tower. Pistola a little bit more accurate this time, but Stella
he got 3 v1.
To turn Pistola into a pancake.
Ball gets played. There's one thing we got to talk about. Everyone in the game has either 4 or 3 kills right now. Lucid has 10. He's 10 and 3 right now.
Yeah, Lucid's going off.
For Lucid, however, Sniper in the hands of Stellar.
They gotta win this game, man. Cloud9 won the first one.
Couple of warning shots, nothing quite connecting yet, though, for Stellar. 2 kills fall to his teammates, though. Lucid picks up 1, APG picks up another. So now it's a 2v2 on the map, an opportunity to make a play, and it's going to be Lucid who gets the trade.
2 of the best players in the game going up against each other, going at each other's throats. Not surprising that they trade over at C. That Sniper will fall down to the plat, and just like that, it's a 6-point game.
Trippy trying to escape with his ball. Instead, he's going to try and escape with his life. Pistola is there to help out his teammate, though. Pistola with no shields. Trippy with no life to speak of.
Eco down there.
Pressure Lucid, who tries to slide across the key door. Whoa. But no. He won't get the kill. As Lucid somehow will survive. Stella has to come back
missed
to
it.
finish the job.
Missed it. I was just
over all of the heat wave spread. You actually saw it on the wall exactly where the spread hit, and Stellar just knew to jump right over that shot. Great awareness.
Renegade with a sniper shot
on the board through these exchanges. Both teams really just fighting for control here, but very nice work in the back of house from Stellar.
Ola trying to escape. Expect that odd ball to be picked up by a Cloud9 member any time now. Renegade was the player who got the opening pick to allow the ball to move over to them. There's APG, Sniper, and Heatwave in the hand of Renegade here.
Yeah, I think it's just moving it just so someone else grabs it. They're killing, which is good, but they need points. There you go.
During all that, two still dead. Lead will change in a moment here. Now here they go, 40-39.
If you wanted an example of how efficient Cloud9 are, the man who picks the ball up has Sniper Heatwave in his hands. That's what they do. That's how they get the job done. Now it's been exchanged off to a temeate, and now Renegade could go to work with his weapons in hand.
Now the Cloud9's pushing on Trippy. Or Trippy on OpTic. Oh, 3 dead though. Cloud9, 3. This is perfect time to get free points.
They're hitting it every time, and now just like that, OpTic Gaming though answering back. They're going to tie the game once again.
3 dead. OpTic Gaming going to the lead here, and APG just made a play over at dummies. Here comes Lucy to clean things up. Now, where are the spawns coming in here, and where is the rotation going to be with that oddball?
They need to go dummy. They need to go dummy.
To recognize where C9 are appearing back on the map.
Lucid, they're thinking about Repulsor jumping up top. Instead, he's just going to come back down. Here comes the rotations bottom middle, and also looks like the push is coming through dummies.
Yep, dummies as well. Yeah, good call there. Lucid's just feeling it. He's almost got 20 kills. He's doing great, but
escaping with a life sometimes a better thing to do. Pistola there to pick up 1 kill. The oddball is going to be played though as Cloud9 do try and collapse. It's a 72-46 lead here in the hands of OpTic. C9 though looking to answer back, but look at this OpTic off the respawn.
Look at that Cloud9 super jump. Or slide, super slide, sorry. Drop slide. I call it a jump, but it's a slide. It's that super slide across. He goes.
And now we'll see Cloud9 with a slight man advantage. Will they
it's doing so good.
Going to be popping in a few seconds.
Oh, they got a 27 seconds so they can push it to round 3.
That means they're going to secure that power up. 2 full for OpTic as well, and that means time for Penguin.
Once again, you're seeing C9. They will get to an area of the map. They will slay. They will overslay just a bit if they need to, just to get control like this. They've got the power up. They might be down by 20 points, but they are on.
Lost 1.
Penguin with ball in hand. Mangler camo.
Penguin's just hiding back there.
APG, he's going to have the heat wave, but it doesn't matter because the shots are crispy and connecting from Stella.
Oh my gosh!
Forget about the Mangler. That was much more fun to watch.
Look at the smile on his face too. Who does this against Cloud9?
Lucid is feeling it. I mean, he's almost 20 kills.
He's going to rotate it too. This is the Lucid show. 14 points to go for
this is what you need to do, right? He's got the sniper in his hands, but he understands that.
Oh no, he dropped it. Oh.
To take a round from Cloud9. You have to do the objective as well. Everybody has to do everything. Renegade now going to be challenging. Tries to get that kill on the ball carrier, but can't quite connect.
Lucid, you should have kept it, brought it up. That was an easy was a mistake. I know, and that's a double by Renegade. Oh no, this is what they did before. This is what they did before. OpTic had it.
Renegade showing that there are landmines in Halo Infinite as well, as he just destroyed 2 players who are at the back of green. And with that, it looks like Cloud9 have now got a setup at the back of the tower. They will go into the lead here as they cross OpTic.
They only need 90.
Score. They need 9 points to win this one. Where's the push coming from OpTic? Penguin with the up-ball beat down.
That's it.
He picks up the kills required. Now he's just trying to
wow.
the geometry. But we're 1
they got
left.
it. Dang it.
The break comes in from OpTic. Get the ball in their hands. They will pick up the first map of the series.
Yeah, that one mistake messed it up.
And I tell you what.
Yeah, if he didn't drop it and like brought it up the ramp, I think they had a chance to keep fighting.
Fantastic matchup there. Our first game.
I mean, Trippy went 20 plus kills and just going off, but he was trying to find someone to give it to. He saw someone and he dropped it for him, but then gave it right to Cloud9 actually.
They bring the game all the way back. And they say, not so fast. We're not interested in going to a round number 3. We've got dinner plans, and we're going to do this very quickly. Cloud9, they take your first game.
Yeah, Cloud9 not just the most efficient team in-game, but looking like the most efficient team out of game as well. Late arrival and early leaving at the moment is the plan for Cloud9. Get in, get out, pick up another trophy. And I'm sure the C9 fans will be absolutely fine with that if they do manage to go back-to-back with land victories today. For
Of course they
OpTic,
would.
a few things to think about though, but also a few positives to take away from that first game.
Definitely. I think we saw a much better OpTic in round number 2. We're going to take a look at some of the highlights here from this. This is round number 1.
It's Lucid went off in this game
again,
too.
Like, and this is Renegade, first of all, missing the triple, but then catches it anyway on the killing spree. And just as, like we said, I think Lottie said it best on the desk. We knew this series was going to be a highlight reel, and game 1 already delivered.
Yeah, this shot from Lucid, by the way,
oh my
ridiculous.
God.
Absolutely ridiculous.
This right here, like,
the nerve of the man. To
yeah,
go for
that was good. And then the double kill. This right here, I thought they had a chance because he
towards the end though. Penguin with
right
the beat
there
down with the ball, and then somehow managing to survive for just long enough. As his teammate came
They
out
almost
to pick
got
up
the ball back,
time
but
means that we find ourselves
this is gonna be hard.
into
This
our
is not
game number 2 of
where
our grand
if
finals
OpTic
now.
has
Going over to Streaks for
Lucid
some
has a good
fire.
game like the
Now,
last one,
Cloud9,
20 plus, it might be
they've been saying
okay.
themselves have struggled on their Slayers a little bit, but throughout this weekend, I would also say that there have been some big performances from them as well.
Interestingly, both of these teams lost this match earlier on. We did see Cloud9 lose Slayer Streets to Fnatic.
They did.
This event, and that,
Fnatic was just crazy on them. Fnatic almost made them lose the series. Remember, they only Fnatic lost 3-2. Man, if Cloud9 would have lost to Fnatic, that'd have been interesting.
Slayer Streets as well. It's also a loss against E United, 50-44. So the two games relatively close. However, both teams coming off of recent losses on this game type. This might be a bit more neck and neck based on those stats.
Based on those stats, it seems like neither team is going to win.
Yes. We could have an even longer night than we expected.
This is true. We'll have to work out how that resolves itself, but hopefully...
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, exactly. We'll just make the rules up as we go along, but it is an opportunity maybe for OpTic to answer back. They've shown that they can match the big plays coming in from Cloud9. I think it's just the consistency of the big plays as well they need to try and match. It's so difficult to try and sum it up sometimes when you're playing against Cloud9. You can't make mistakes. You've got to be perfect, and that's pretty much it. Here we are, heading ourselves into game number 2. OpTic need to match the aggression of Cloud9, and most importantly as well, if they get 2 or 3 dead, they need to make it a 4 dead as quickly as possible.
Absolutely. Come in quick and collapse on your opponents. Do not give Cloud9 the room to push back out, the room to get more points on the board and control of the map. Yeah. That'll be the challenge ahead of them. Can OpTic Gaming answer back in this series?
It's gonna be good. The Slayer
1-0 now, looking to tie it up. Here we go, game number 2.
Don't forget about that rocket launcher as well. That can be hugely instrumental in how things start. Stellar and APG gonna exchange kills off the rip here. Stellar already aggressively pushing into Tram. Look how quickly he's got across the map, and he's immediately got a Stalker rifle.
It's a very specific opening strategy that you just saw. Stellar goes top rail, immediately checks Neon, then immediately goes front C. His team also pushes through. A few kills exchanged, but Cloud9 clearly pulling things out of the playbook here for the opening starts.
Rippy.
Renegade finds 1.
APG.
Renegade finds 2. Pistola, you're the triple! Renegade. 3 in a row. OpTic 4 dead.
That's a full base trade from Cloud9. Like we said, that is out of the C9 playbook. They fly straight to C. They go up Neons. They win the Rockets. And then on the backwards rotation, they pick up all the kills. They're already up by 7.
8-1. OpTic only manages to pick up 1 kill so far in this game. And C9 look like they want to remind everybody that this is going to be their final. At the moment, though, they got some work to do still. 10-3 the score. Eco looking to put more pressure on. Stalker rifle in the hands of Lucid. AR in the hands of Eco. Penguin picks up 1 onto Lucid to clean out PD. That means Eco can face forward and try and cut mid-map.
Eco's styling the fools with the pink AR. Look at this. He's just dancing around now. They have quadrupled, their opponent's score at 14-3.
Yeah,
and this is one of the best starts we've ever seen. We have 2 players goosed on OpTic. Trippy and Ola yet to be on the board.
Trippy and Ola both have 0 kills.
One, though. That's the least going to take him off Goose Watch. Renegade manages to escape with his life. Trippy also will join Pistola on... Excuse me, Pistola. He's still going to be on 0 kills. Trippy picks up his 2nd of the game and also finds a Bulldog. Now, 14-7. Doubling up on the score is Cloud9 here. And you can see that OpTic just starting to look a little bit staggered. Trippy's trying to wait for a teammate, trying to see if anyone is in position to help him. But while all this time is elapsing, you can see that C9 are just getting together and making sure they're making pushes on other side of the, on the other side of the map. Stella's
and that Rockets now. Here we go. And he's done. I'll say it's done.
He finds 1 and almost connects with a second 2.
Way to continue the streak here. I will say OpTic Gaming did slow this down, right? It was 14-3, now it's 18-11. It's a 7-kill game, and OpTic Gaming knows that there's a lot of time to find their footing. We're early on in this game. Yes, it was a big lead for the side. Oh boy, trying to find out what's going on.
Oh, Lucid.
Cafe.
He got stuck.
We'll see the side of Lucid fall. Stellar with some good pressure coming off of bottom Neon. Still a 7-kill game.
Well, OpTic have got to work their way
stuck.
back into this game.
We'll see.
Start to at least chip away with things. Let's see if they're cool and calm in the comms, though, by jumping in to an Astro listening.
You're dead, guys.
I
Where they at?
Tired. I'm pushing up market here.
I think they have
Joey's in
Bulldog.
tires. They're gonna have
Cuts
sentinel
in
beams.
market.
Coming up, you
Tommy,
cuts.
you're
I'm at
by
market.
Red Alley.
Right here.
Alley.
Red Alley naded me. I'm one shot.
Three here.
Listen, guys, get your shields. We can play purple. We can play purple.
Yep. I can go purple.
I'm back PD,
Yeah, they're already
though.
cuts. Already
Well, you're
cuts.
by yourself, then
They
you
have a
need to
stalker
hide.
on cuts. Push me purple.
Yeah, purple right here. I'm looking around.
Nice
Cuts,
start.
one hit, guys.
He's got pushing us tires
Can't push
tires
them.
right now. We get tires.
Here you
3
go.
of them here.
Tires.
I got one.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back to help Justin.
Cuts. Market.
We should push this out together. Brad, you're completely alone. Brad, you're completely
Market
alone.
still.
Try and get out of there, Brad.
Yo, driveway.
Alright, they're still cuts. Just hide.
Driveway's
one.
Driveway's one shot. Red room.
Now, Jen. I'm one shot. I'm dead from nades.
You need to live.
Red alley. Red alley.
I'm dying from nades.
Two guys here. I need
I
angles.
got one shot.
Dang it, they got.
No.
Alright,
Yeah.
One shot market.
Bulldog down.
Guys,
Bulldog down
stop
there.
leaving each other. We're just
Rockets are
walking
up at
away from
30.
each other.
Fires.
Yep.
2 fires.
Did you hear
Even though
Lucid?
OpTic were on the back foot
Yeah.
off the rip here, you can see that they're still cool. They're still calm. They're still communicating.
Lucid's like the team
And it's
control
reflecting on
guy.
the
He's like,
score now,
we
and
need to
it's
stop
just
leaving
a
each other.
6-kill game. It's very different from just a few moments ago.
Yeah, they're keeping this one close. They managed to make sure that C9's not running away with anything, and credit to OpTic there. You pointed it out perfectly, though. They're so calm, and they're not worried about what might happen here in these next moments. Once again, keeping the game within 6, and it doesn't matter if they're winning.
Oh, get away, get away! Oh, APG! Oh!
Pressure on a rocket grab as well.
Third rocket grab.
He was stuck. I know he was stuck, but
some hard
that's
work
a
here, some hard yards. To get
6.
back into this game. The rocket
taking
launcher in the
that
hands
damn
of
rocket.
Renegade.
Yeah, they got all 3, and they're about to. Oh, he missed the first one. He wasted that first, and that's bad. It's good for OpTic. That's gonna get that one though.
Like it from Renegade. Usually those rockets connect, and right now they'll be up once again by 7 kills. And even though Cloud9 might not be quadrupling their opponent's score anymore, they're very happy to continue trading at this pace.
Penguin picks up one onto Pistola as well, and now look at this flank.
APG did not watch right.
Takes out
Oof.
APG. Eco's still going to be doing damage front of Tram as well. Penguin's coming to join his teammate Renegade now.
They're gonna
Just to
pinch
clean
these
this final
two.
player out,
Oh,
but
one's
Trippy at
down.
least manages to take down one. Can Penguin get in position to trade to kill out? It looks like Trippy's escaped for now.
Nope,
but there's
Lucid
Eco.
and
This
Eco.
is dangerous because now we have the side of Cloud9 already at the 31 mark, and this is where things
Yep.
start to get dicey. If you're on the side of OpTic Gaming, you can no longer afford to trade at this pace. It will start to get out of hand. You've got Stellar,
Yeah.
8 kills already on the board. Renegade with 9 as well.
Nice. Oh, the grenade got him, just barely.
Plasma grenade that was left behind.
Barely
He's gonna
got
get
him.
the trade here. Now, for OpTic, you need to get this next set of rockets. It really is as simple as that. 4 in a row for C9. You ain't gonna win too many games of Slayer by giving them 4 sets of rockets.
He probably could have sat there in the corner. Stola could have. He tried to run by himself.
Still quite a margin here. Now it's
9.
kills once
Oof.
again. Cloud9 starting to pull
This
away.
ain't good for OpTic. OpTic's got to get something now. They need rockets and
Moving down the
get a
driveway
change.
here. See if he can slither behind enemy lines.
The trigger discipline.
Seems the 2 players, gives that information away as the rockets are going to be coming up here in 13 seconds. Now, massive moment in this game. If OpTic can get them, there's a chance. If not, this might be game number 2.
They don't know about Eco. They do not know about Eco unless someone gets an angle on him. Eco's going to be able to help out with that team shot. Actually going to rotate back around here.
Yes, because one player fell from C9 in the build-up here. Pistola now going to push forward. Look at the bait and the switching, though. Pistola got baited out, and he took the bait. Rockets, where are you? APG's got him. Eco's hunting him down, though. That was 1 rocket fired by APG. There's 2, no kills. So even though OpTic managed to get the rockets in their hand,
That was
they
a good
weren't
chance for
efficient
him.
enough to put them to use.
That could have been a
Gets
double.
1 in the kill differential category after those set of trades. Not exactly what they had hoped, because as I said, now we are in the danger zone, well into the danger zone, but kills being exchanged here, they bring the game back within 6, 2 dead for the side of Cloud9.
Now, this is what I was talking about. When you get 2 dead, you need to regain some map control. You need to pressure the final 2 players of Cloud9. Look at Eco here. He's been alive for around 15, 20 seconds or so without taking any damage whatsoever. And this is what can happen. If you don't deal with the last couple of players alive as quickly as possible, they can then pinch. They can cause problems here, and that's what Eco's doing.
Ping's going down here in the commercial district. Eco all business as he tries to fly around front C. 42-36.
Down by 6,
OpTic
still
has not
down
only
by
kept this game
6.
close,
Oof.
they brought it a little bit closer than we saw moments ago.
No, he's got the AR
Picks
down
up
the
one as well. The
stalker rifle.
in his hand. Those were some juicy, juicy shots coming in from I Got Your Pistola, and they needed to be. 37-42. This one is not
they're coming
done
up.
and dusted.
He doesn't know it.
With the stalker
He better get out of there. He better get.
He'll be able to get
It's
this
2. You better
information
run.
to a lot
Oh,
of
you got
damage. Look
tripled.
at the collapse now from
Quad
C9.
team.
going to say Ola's going to get collapsed on for sure. Just desperately trying to play these angles, but he gets taken down.
Ola got pinched by all 4 there.
Yeah, you have to wonder where the comms were from OpTic there.
I don't know. That was bad. That might be it right there.
Usually a cold water animal, but this time he's heating things up as it's 45 to 39. Renegade trying to push down the pink streak as well. Trippy gonna challenge. Trippy gonna win.
Still not over. They brought it within 5. This is the closest margin we've seen for the side of OpTic in quite some time. But look at the looping and angles from Eco.
That's 3.
2. It's now within 3. Make that 2. 45-43. It's only a 2-kill game.
All right, you gotta keep the callouts. Keep the calls coming. Keep the calls coming. They're all together. This is gotta nade them. Nade them.
3 minutes 50 left on the game clock as well. APG has that bulldog.
Oh, Renegade got it. Oh no.
46, 43, 47.
They're gonna come right side.
One from Renegade. They'll trade out. Now still a 3-kill game.
Right side, APG 2.
Cloud9 as well. If there's one team that can
Other side, Lucy. Lucid. Oh no, APG's down. Yeah.
Across the map as quickly as he can.
Lucid wasn't told in time. They're all over there.
Slow this game down. They know they only need 2. Lucid doesn't have any rockets left though. OpTic. It's going to be just straight gunfire between the 2 teams.
Ball back.
APG will still have that.
2 coming around.
I believe in his hands. 2 players from C9 retreat. Stella's going to be working with Eco here. Stella might be caught out. You can see the call-outs are coming. Lucid picks up 1. Eco's going to be trapped mid-map as well. Eco's managed to just slide away, though. APG gets him, though. It's a 1-kill game.
It's a brilliant play call from
What
OpTic.
a call out.
They disregard Tram. They disregard C. They come all the way back to A. It's a perfect team shot. There you go.
Penguins down. Oh no, 49.
49-48. 1 kill for Cloud9.
1 over
2
pushed.
kills for OpTic.
Fall back, Trippy.
Who's got that ice?
Oh my God, so much pressure here. You do not want to go
Trippy's got to fall back.
2-0 against C9. Nade's coming in on Neons.
Push coming in from OpTic Gaming as well. Renegade's trying to back up. He's got that Stalker rifle in his hand. Renegade says, and that's what's going to happen.
Pushed too much.
C9 have the ice.
That's what I'm saying. They're over pushing. They were over pushing OpTic.
Play of the series so far without a doubt. He drops down from Neons. Had to check a few angles. He goes ball spawn and just decides to make the play.
They kept on coming to the right.
You can tell by
Yep.
his face.
Like
just saying,
two
I'm always going to hit those. I'm always going to make those plays.
Yep.
And that's exactly what he did. They'll win the game 50-48. OpTic bringing it back so close, not just within reach,
OpTic would have won that. That would have been good because then they had a chance. I think now it's going to be hard for them to win the 4. Oh, look at that team game though.
Did come in for the side of OpTic, but it was that melee kill just above ball spawn from Renegade. Play call came in from Cloud9, and they close it out. You got to think OpTic. They had to fight back from a 9-kill deficit. Middle of the game.
Almost won it.
But once again, they need to make sure
If they didn't, if they would have kept that view, you know what I mean? If they would have kept that distance, I think they would have won it. Because they were stuck. Like Cloud9 was stuck on that side, but they didn't keep that distance.
Lose the Stalker rifle. It's not surprising to see the score where it was. But they did a great job of flipping it back round. The problem is a great job isn't a win. And that's what they need in this series at the moment. C9 now up by 2, but I think the difference in this game, especially at the start, not only the opening strategy, but you can't get 3 sets of rockets away
the
from
3
C9
sets. That's what the guy's saying.
Rockets are why the game was 14-3 and then 19-10. But look at this, somehow OpTic Gaming putting all the pieces back together. This game
right there where Lucio is far, like this is fine, but right there, Pistola over push there. He should have stayed back behind that corner.
Reaction top left from Renegade.
Yeah, I mean,
knew exactly what to do.
Right there, if he would have fell back just around that corner and just didn't peek it, he could have said there's 2 or 3 down there, and then they could have just naded that area and maybe would have won. Because they did get one of them.
Be a 2-0 lead in favor of Cloud9 or OpTic Gaming with a tie up the series 1-1. It's a very different tone going into game number 3. Now that OpTic is down by 2.
And this is like Cloud9's like bread and butter. It's TTF Bazaar. I'm almost positive.
And I'll be honest with you, I was surprised that Cloud9 came out on top in that last push. I thought that OpTic had 2 players trapped on that tram station. And it must have just been a microsecond, a millisecond between that final kill going either side. But it doesn't matter what way it goes. Well, it does matter what way it goes. It doesn't matter what the timing is of
There's Lucid trying to be, you know, the leader.
On the back end of it, and down 2-0.
I also think it's a risky, bold play from Renegade that a lot of top teams might not expect, right? If there's players that are weak down bottom Neons past the Bulldog spawn, you see Cloud9 on your screen on a 7-game winning streak right now. to be honest, for Cloud9 standards, that's
normal.
Yeah, it's pretty normal, and it's actually lower than we're used to expecting. But in this tournament here, worth noting that they're on a 7-game win streak, and they have dropped games in this tournament. They've dropped a lot of games through the bracket.
And back in Raleigh, these two teams actually met up as well, and it wasn't a simple victory for Cloud9. It was 3-2 in the upper bracket. So OpTic know how to play against C9 on LAN, and it's not a surprise to see the series as close as it is. The difference is always, though, it doesn't matter how close the series is. It's the score of the games at the end of it. And even though, you know, if that was the first game was decided by 1 second per round, it was 2-1 overall to C9. Doesn't matter. It's still 1-0 in the series to them. The second game is 50-49. Doesn't matter. It's 2-0 in the series, and that's the difference. C9 just win those games.
OpTic are definitely better than they were in Raleigh, like way better. It's just they just got to get a couple things go their way.
They just win the games.
Get a couple things go their way.
Play calls coming in from OpTic.
I think we're gonna be fine.
Once again, to disregard C, they come all the way back to A and Tower and clear that out, and they have a perfect rotation at the end. Like you say, it's C9 finding the ways to sneak out the victory. Just to circle back to that play we were talking about, it's a bold play from Renegade, one you might not expect. A lot of players who are weak are not going to jump up there past ball spawn back up to Cafe and fight in what was around a 1v2 scenario.
I'm not doing it.
I'm definitely not doing it. You will not catch me doing that. Looks like C9 back on the stage here after a quick water break. They will be back in their chairs and ready to play. Of course, players on each side of the stage given opportunities to take those breaks because we are in the best of 7. It's a long series.
Yeah, and they've certainly been playing for quite some time as well. So the players just need a little bit of time, like you say, just to grab some water and do what they got to do before they get back onto this stage. But for OpTic, it's a time to just maybe take a few seconds to let that adrenaline just settle down. Because trust me, you can say there's a lot of adrenaline for winning a game, but it's almost as if it's worse to have that adrenaline kind of hangover from losing a game as well.
And a 50-49.
Exactly. You've got to sit there, you've got to think about everything that went wrong, you've got to think about what could have happened, what should have happened, how did we let that lead happen against us in the opening of that game.
100%.
Hey, cool, we won the game, what's next?
It's definitely
they're looking
to the point of like, you know,
we won this one, we won that one. CTF
they just got to do it,
okay,
though.
cool, we'll do
you know what I mean?
On the side of OpTic, though, even though these are veteran players, you have to remember losses like that are so tough. It doesn't matter how many
I think that's
years,
been the issue is
some now decades.
They started to there at the end, and then all of a sudden it just, you know,
it's still tough to lose that 50-49 and get that game out of your system, to get it out of your mental and focus on the next one. But that's exactly what OpTic Gaming will have to do. As we said, it's CTF Bazaar going to be game number 3.
Yeah, a little bit of a technical pause here, just a little bit of adjustment of an Xbox on stage. So thank you for staying with us. We'll get back into the series as soon as we can. But I mean, the one thing that's kind of stood out to me this tournament so far, Andy, is that the gap is closing. And I'm not just talking about the gap between Cloud9 and the rest, because we've seen Cloud9 bleed. They've gone to game 5s. They've lost close games so far. Yes, they're in the grand finals, understandably looking very good. Let's not take that away from them. But I'm talking about the likes of, you know, the teams who were pushing the top 4. Your G2. I'm looking at Fnatic, what a turnout that was for them, almost beating Cloud9, like I mentioned as well. You've got OpTic, who are winning games, game 5s convincingly, which was a problem before. And I think Sentinel's returning as well. All of these stories are starting to roll together now. And outside of C9 being in a grand final, which is almost becoming what you would expect right now, everybody is pushing each other to put on these insane series that we've experienced.
They are. Even in the first moments of this grand final, what we've seen is absolutely beautiful mechanical mastery out of these players, and it's so different from what we saw in the first few weeks. These players are hitting every single mechanical jump that they need to, every single drop slide, curb slide, and absolutely perfect use of the weapons as well.
For sure.
And these two teams consistently, specifically, are pushing each other without a doubt in this grand final. But so far, it's been C9 with a 2-0 victory, and they find themselves only 2 games away from winning yet another consecutive tournament.
It's going to be a tall order for OpTic to come back in this one.
Yeah, it will be interesting
if
to
you're just joining us, the fact that Cloud9 are in this grand final from that winner's bracket.
10-0, see what I mean? Cloud9 loves this map mode, like they love it.
You got to beat him once, you got to beat him twice.
That's why I was like, this one's going to be rough.
I want to give a shout out here to our entire stats team here at HCS Anaheim, giving us
hand warmers
all weekend long. Absolutely crushing it. It's great to have you here. And all the help online as well. We've got tons of help for people digging through stats week after week with Pro Series as well. And 10-0 on Bazaar CTF, that's quite a number. We're used to seeing very one-sided stats when it comes to Cloud9's historical records. But I tell you what, that one is pretty strong.
Yeah, it really is. And if I take myself back to the last time that I watched Cloud9 play this game type, if my memory serves me right, it was a 5-0 win back in the Pro Series, this was. And it was one of the most convincing 5-0 wins I've seen. Every single flag run was clean. It was as if there wasn't a second part to the flag run. It was just clean, just straight across the board, forward. It was the most efficient running of a flag I've seen in some time.
Yeah, we should also look at, quickly while we wait for these players to jump right back into the game, we should look at their most recent CTF Bazaars as well, because they played, Cloud9, played CTF Bazaar against Kansas City Pioneers. They won that one 3-1. That was one of their last pool play rounds. And if we look at OpTic Gaming playing CTF Bazaar, that was a 2-0 win over Sentinels. One thing worth noting, both of those games going to time, so you can expect a lot of Slayer control heavy games out of both of them.
Stood behind Cloud9 there. So it appeared in Anaheim, but he's not. He's not there. He's just disappeared. Don't worry, cameraman. Just pan away from him. Don't worry.
Oh my gosh.
The ghost of Richard Sims. I'm looking over. I'm seeing Shurzy over there.
I'm worried now.
I'm looking at Shurzy over there on our Xbox stream as well. It looks like it wasn't Shurzy. He's still chilling out over there, giving us a wave.
Gaskin and Tony over there as well.
Make sure you do give some love to our friends over on the Xbox stream as well, as they're holding it down with a great watch party and lots of ways to enjoy your grand final today here in Anaheim, and we're certainly enjoying it. And C9's dominance has continued as they're waiting to get back into this one. But as we said, only 2 games away, and potentially once again going to 4-0 sweep our grand finals. We've seen it before, and if OpTic Gaming wants anything to say about it, they're going to need to turn it on right now.
They certainly are, and maybe this break is good for OpTic, right? It's a chance to reset the mentals, as the kids say. I believe that is.
They're saying that.
I might be mistaken. You'll have to correct me, young people on Twitter, and I'm sure that you would jump at the opportunity to do so. But
they certainly will.
They certainly will. Yeah, they certainly will. But sorry, I'm thinking into what I've just presented in front of myself for the next couple of hours. But it's going to be a chance, as I say, just to take a second and just reassess how they want to approach Bazaar, because it is a map which really does test every single limit of your game.
Like I said before, Diehard, I've never watched Championship much.
You have to
like,
be so disciplined.
and like I watched it a little bit in like 2 growing up and 3, and then I didn't watch much past that. But and then this year, I don't know what it is, but it's just, I don't know if it's just the way it's easier to access it or what. But it's been so much more fun to watch it this time around and see everything. And it's just like, man, we need more of this. Like, we need more.
Oh my God!
Like, just having these esports games like this actually out there and doing it, it's so awesome. But my worry is the only other one that was doing it is what, Call of Duty? And I guess they're doing it worse than Halo.
And you've forgotten your wallet.
I gotta go all the way
OpTic Gaming does a weekly podcast, and they were saying, I guess, the Call of Duty League, supposedly, I would have to look into it and do research, supposedly there's only one mode for Call of Duty, they were saying, for ranked. Or maybe 2.
Oh my God, we gotta go all the way back, and we're gonna figure this one out.
You know what I mean?
That's why you see lower scoring CTF
like,
game
and that's even, they were like, supposedly that's all they're gonna have.
I think is really Slayer heavy and gaimplay, control heavy gameplay, and each team.
And I was just thinking to myself, like, wait a minute, what?
Send numbers and bring those flags out.
What?
Impressed with your impression there. I mean,
too many times.
I'm starting to question if you actually forgot your wallet last night
when
we got to the restaurant, or if it might have been. Yeah, it might have been a ruse.
I don't think I've
Thank you
ever watched any of the Call of Duty
Yeah, it might have been a ruse.
I've never watched a Call of Duty. I used to watch highlights when that was the MLG, because remember that became the Call of Duty League.
I always do lose that wallet. You're starting to wonder if I
So,
even have one.
Yeah, exactly.
when it was MLG and they hosted everything.
I've never actually seen his wallet.
Never actually seen his wallet. Anyway, it looks like the lights are flashing on stage. I'm going to presume that means we're close to a game. I have absolutely no idea if that means we're close to a game, but it looks like, hey, look, maybe it does. The fist bumps are coming in. Oh, my God.
Hey, maybe it does.
There's 3 pieces to the game starting. There's the lights flashing, the fist pounds, and then there's the actual physical game starting. That's the piece that we're waiting for here. Looks like the players are getting
I still hate they gotta have like these Xbox dev kits in order to do this.
For our third game, it's gonna be
Because number one, we don't have enough Xbox Series around to give them.
Apologies
to everyone who
had to listen to us waffling around for a
The
few
computers they tried in Raleigh, they learned right away that was a terrible idea because it crashes too much on PC.
Let's see the game. Let's see who's going to be able to put it
It's
on
such
the
a
board.
learning.
C9 versus OpTic.
All right, here we go.
C9 up by 2. OpTic.
All right.
Can you pull one back?
That's the question.
They
We
need
an
one.
answer back, and we're already seeing Stellar drop slide himself right into a mangler here. I'm going to take a look at this opening rush bottom middle.
EPG picks up first kill. Lucid. He's going to get taken
He
down, but
traded.
it'll be 3 dead off the break here. 4 dead off the
4
break here
dead.
for C9
Oh,
and OpTic
wow.
Gaming. Look like they've got that overshield in their hands.
Let's see. APG you see, raised the hand for a
He
station
apologized to us.
referee right there.
I think he apologized to us because he thought something was wrong and then he realized it wasn't.
Yeah, I think it was for us. You did see APG raise a hand there. Like, looked like he was indicating maybe trying to grab a station referee. But then the overshield maybe changed his mind here, so we will stay continuing on. That's 4 dead again for the side of Cloud9. OpTic Gaming with some very great control and a very early pull as well.
They certainly do, and look at this. The rocket side has been
yeah.
completely locked down here by Lucid. This is the start that OpTic needed. Green wall, I'm sure you're lighting up the chat right now.
Come on, get this early pull, get this early, go, 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 yes.
OpTic strike first. They're up by 1.
Surprised to see Renegade even throw down the shots there. Maybe thinking that if that flag was unsupported, he could kind of catch the flag carrier off guard. However, OpTic is a team that's not going to go back without their carrier. They're going to bring that flag in. They will
Lucid.
score first. It's 1-0.
He tried to pull him out, is what he's trying to do.
So the restart and the refresh of the mentals is good for OpTic Gaming. And like you say, they strike first. Ola picks up a double as well just to clear out the base. And he's doing it all from the bar. Unfortunately,
Yeah, well, the 10 minutes though.
the bar as the
They gotta basically
onto his body. Renegade comes in to clean up the damage that's done. Renegade looking for 2 on APG, but manages to escape with his life.
Look at Renegade, just leaves that kill, knows that APG might go around, instead finds them double doors. You're not going to see
Yeah, there you go. They're gonna grab it and pull it.
Where you're going now. He's going to start that flag run as well.
Now only 1 dead here for OpTic Gaming, so Cloud9 are going to have to slay once more. Eco's fallen. Trippy and Lucid get kills, so now it's actually going to be a very difficult situation for Renegade.
Yeah, 2 dead, 3
he's
dead.
already being fried, he's being sizzled.
4
inside
dead,
the hut.
now 3 dead again.
Should allow
They gotta
OpTic
return
to move
it.
into a position to pull this one back home.
Very nice double kill from APG. Also a very nice play from Ola. You might have saw him. He spawned
I think they're letting them,
right away. They get
they
that flag
respawned
back
it, they
home.
respawned
Also,
it, I think.
Dynamos in the hut helped with that.
Nah,
one. Shake of the
Lucid.
head
Lucid
from
tried to push too much
though.
again.
That overshield will be schmelted.
Yeah, there's that
Shake of the head, and understandably so.
He
because
gets
when we
very
talk about not making
overconfident,
mistakes,
overzealous.
that
Is that the word we're
was an
looking for?
opportunity to
I believe so,
Nine
yeah.
just
Yeah.
one step ahead of Lucid and OpTic, and recognizing they didn't have overshield, so tried to play
Oh.
angles and hold different lanes where they could hit those
Oh,
lanes,
Ola was up
and take
there.
that out of
Oh,
commission.
Ola
From
almost
there,
got a kill on
OpTic
Renegade.
find
That would have
themselves
been
two
bad.
dead.
Oh,
Stella's
he's gonna
already
get.
pushing through the bar ahead of
Stella's up
Renegade.
there.
They're looking for a pull.
Nades coming
Stella's
in,
just
they're gonna have
hiding in
to
there.
wait and reset
Oh.
just a bit. Gonna sit next to the flat
Oh,
screen
another.
and hope that the nades don't come in too close. Gonna hang out together here in the bar and just try to
Yeah,
stay alive with
they're
whatever
staying
they can.
11 bar.
Nice
Oh, that's
push
2.
from OpTic Gaming, though. They stand
That's
to
2. They
deflect
got
the
him.
two,
They
and
got
it's
him.
APG once again,
3
another
dead
double
again.
kill for him.
The stolen here as well. He's got the thrust,
4 dead.
but oh
Nope,
my word.
still 3.
Stays alive with a little bit of
Pistola's
help from a
coming
friend.
on
It's
right now.
Trippy, who gives
6
him
and
that assist.
3.
That was 3 or 4 dead.
APG 8 and 2 or 8 and 4.
C9 OpTic holding strong.
If you're a fan of the green wall, this is what you wanted to see. Yes, we did see an early flag grab and pull from the side of OpTic Gaming. They will score that, but what can they do through the
That was
next
a
few
waste. That was a
minutes?
waste.
Because Cloud9 is a team that will push you to your limits for the entire game, and so far, OpTic
Good
Gaming's
job.
holding
Good
on.
good trade. Good
Coming
trade.
in for Renegade in that situation, though. Plasma pistol versus
Man, that was a
rocket.
good trade.
Usually, you'd put your house on a rocket winning that one, but it's going to be the plasma pistol who managed to actually get the kill in that situation.
Lucid's pushing again.
Put on that one because I certainly would have put it down. As we take a look.
Lucid tried with the shotgun.
Now for him, looking across the board, the big standout is APG. As we said, he's 9 and 4 at this point.
Yeah, APG's rocking right now.
As well. APG and Trippy combining to pick up some kills. And look at Eco. He's having to wrap back through his
APG
tree to
dead.
finish off some kills, but not without coming under fire himself, but gets away with his life. Big play there from Eco.
Yeah, nice little plays there. We might have spoken too soon. He's going to have to peek shot his way all the way into Hut. And,
Oh,
boy,
that's
that-
done. He's done.
That only means one thing.
All right, Lucid.
Dynamo
They know
Nades
where you're
double
at.
For Eco, but also another overshield for Lucid. Let's see what he can do in round
2
number
dead. 2 dead.
Of grenades and different noises out of myself and Andy as that player was taken down. Lucid now moving through the bar with the overshield in his hand, with a bulldog in his hands as well, but just can't find any targets to play with at the moment. Finally, we'll find Eco. The flag is being pulled by C9 as well, so now Lucid has some decisions to make. Does he push this kill onto Eco? Does he wrap back to try and get that flag stop? It looks like he goes for Eco. Now he turns his attention to Renegade, who's moving the flag.
3v3 still. We do not see a lot of slays coming in here. This flag is still going to be run. Let's see a tick, 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 tick of the Dynamos. They're going to give some more information to the side of OpTic Gaming, but Lucid will continue patrolling bottom middle.
Penguin taken down on the pillars. Lucid still on this little spree that he's putting together at the moment. Finds himself at 7 and 5. Unfortunately for him,
He's 1 second too early on that grenade pull up.
Renegade moves in to finish it. 9 now, trying to hold mid-map. Eco, the only player in the death screen for them. Lucid the same on OpTic Gaming. Now it's a 4v4.
They reset the
Ola, by
map
the way,
again.
off screen, also hits the 10 kill mark. Renegade's going to pick up some more bottom middle. A spike
Ola.
grenade as well. as that Bulldog in hand with one shot left in it. Here's the grapple. He's going to fly in.
Grapple is going to be such a big game changer as we see Bazaar evolve, and there's a good example of why.
Yeah, they weren't watching. All 3 on it, 3 on flag. They're gonna pull it. Trippy's done.
Immediately means that you can pressure a player and catch him off guard. Now, what are we going to see here? Is it going to be that flag being grappled towards Renegade? Is he going to save it for a little moment? A little bit later on in this run, they've got it out halfway now. Where are the kills coming in?
You can tell by his reticle placement. He thought for just a split second about grappling that flag. Instead, he used the grapple to push out, make sure Lucid got cleaned up, and he saves the grapple. Maybe he needs it for later in the run. He might come to use it.
Stella picks up 1 kill. Trippy's going to be there. It's Lucid, excuse me, who's going to win a vital battle. Manages to stay alive as well as his shields will be tickled away.
They're grabbing overshield though.
The flag is still out here.
Oh,
Overshield just came up as well. Rockets also came up, and like you say, the overshield did not get popped. So Rockets
return it?
OS in the hands of OG.
Oh, he hit him.
Looks like it does pop the second time. It was in the hands of Ola. Looks like I got melted. I think Ola was the one to grab it there. So he'll have to reset though, but it will be at least a deny of the overshield for the side of OpTic Gaming. And right now, looking very good in the mid game here. Not only did they open this game strong, but still continuing the pressure.
Lucid. What with Pistola here?
Pistola.
Not going to happen for now as Renegade is going to use those dynamos once more to sizzle away at the skin of Lucid.
Wow.
Lucid should be taken down by that dynamo. Renegade picks up 1, actually exchanges the kill with the Mangler. APG hides behind the melons.
Yeah, he was up top. Up top. They're trying hard. They're trying. But they got it. I think if they get 1 more flag kill or 1 more flag pull, that would help.
Renegade to just grapple with all the way around to take that angle. A nice play there from Renegade, but these two teams now a little bit of a volley back and forth, battling for control. Keep in mind, with only a 1-0 lead,
there we go. Someone pulled it.
Anytime.
They have the flag moving as well. 3 dead.
It's just Trippy. Trippy has it.
Moving on the other side of things. Eco's going to have to loop back around. He misses the shots at Trippy. And Trippy with a Mangler gets the kill, which is going to slow down the move now coming in. Lucid versus Stella. Down on this low ground. Look at this though. There's going to be a Pistola hiding in the trenches too. C9 find themselves 3 down.
3 dead. And this one should go back home. I think Penguin's the only one in position to try to get this touch.
Yeah, 3 dead again. They got to grab it.
Lucid's going to get the touch. Lucid's going to run this
Eco's got it too.
Towards the base. The flag is still out from both sides, but Trippy's going to rally this one back. Pistola rotating back for him to give him that cover. Lucid can now push forward.
Looking really strong here is OpTic Gaming. Like we said, what can they do here? They might get an opening flag cap, but can they play this game all the way through? That flag off screen should be coming.
They traded 1.
Moment is going to be going up into the base.
Oh, that's bad. APG went down. They're going to get over once they kill Eco.
The 2 teams. Both teams have flags back at their base. Penguin picks up a kill on Trippy. Overshield's going to be coming up in a second. Can he get the pop? Yes, he can! Eco gets that overshield. Now
Eco
this is the opportunity for C9 to strike. They can push forward. They
gotta stay back. If I'm OpTic, they gotta try to knock them all out.
Here, does this game go 2-0 in favor of OpTic Gaming, or does Cloud9 tie the game 1-1?
Where are the grenades? There's Pistola with the grenades.
Didn't work.
Come in, I think, yes, indeed.
1-1.
Big play. Now is the flag going to be put in by his teammates?
Let's see exactly where that flag was hidden on the other side.
No!
Not in yet!
Lucid! Where did he come from? Like a thief in the night. He's on that return. It's a second away.
He turned it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What a play. Lucid out of nowhere. Cloud9 like probably thinking, what just happened? We had this.
And that's exactly what the case was.
I know, but they're pushing back. OpTic's got to come back. OpTic's got to come back and like.
Those moments won by C9. This time it's OpTic who come out on top, and it might seem like a small moment to everyone at home, but for the players,
there's 2 rockets. Oh, killed them. Rockets are down.
Absolutely huge for them.
Huge
APG's like, what just happened?
They see Lucid make that play. They're like,
oh, you missed the rockets, Trippy. Go back. Oh no. He missed the rockets up there.
2.5 minutes left here.
If he looked left, he would have seen rockets.
If they can manage to do so, that they will get this game on the board.
There they are. He's seeing them now.
This series, at least.
He's like, oh, look what I found.
Being Trippy for OpTic Gaming. And look at this, just a standoff between both teams in the middle of the map. Eco picks up 1. Manages to sneak through the double doors as well.
Oh man, it's a great force trade from Stellar as well. Keep in mind, that overshield's popping right about now. We got 6 seconds, 3 dead on OpTic Gaming. We might see a pull here from Cloud9 and an overshield grab.
Yes, we might indeed. 2 minutes left on the clock. Eco gonna
doesn't hit it.
I think he actually chose not to hit it as the grenades were coming in. Trippy. He's going to be putting pressure on. Lucid has that Mangler, takes all of the overshield off. So you have to say for Lucid, a pretty good job in that situation.
Man, no, they got it. They got it. Unless someone stops them. But they're two are dead. Two are dead. Dang it.
With that flag moving. Penguin gets the touch.
That is huge. He turns the corner there. He's going to wait for any nades that are going to skip off these
He's lost
stairs.
alive.
They don't come through. Last player alive. He needs to cap this one. Where is OpTic? Are they flying in?
Oh, it looks like Penguin's going to go for the slide. No one in position, and C9 tie it up. 1 minute 20 or so left on the clock.
Chippy missed it by one.
Play for Penguin. He gets the flag around the corner. He gets right to the flag stand, waits for the cover, and then perfectly
Oh,
times
what
the
a
run.
trade, too.
That flag does not go home. Here we go, 1-1 with 1 minute left now.
Dang, they had to hold on for like 2 minutes, and they would have got it.
As well, and then it is
They would have
game
got
over.
it.
That's how the margins are, and that's how small the difference is between the two teams, and the scoreline really is. One little mistake.
Pistola was trying to wait. All 4 dead on OpTic now.
50 seconds left on the clock. It's C9 being aggressive onto the OpTic base.
Well, they're all pushed. Lucid's done. Lucid's done by himself.
Here, 1 dead for the side of OpTic, and Penguin knows he needs to stay alive here, though. And look at that.
That's it. They got another run. They might get another run in. APG sneaking all the way over.
Flag running. Let me tell you that APG.
Someone must have seen him running.
Enemy lines, though. APG's the player to watch. He has to make a play for his team.
Maybe he's gonna die.
Moving though. Ola picks up 1. So now C9 find themselves 2 down. Ola with a huge double on the double doors. It's double for Ola. Penguin picks up 1 onto Trippy though. Now he's gonna go for the re. It's Mangler on Mangler. Pistola gets it. Pistola sends
Pistola with the return.
Double with cheese from Pistola. Going down bottom middle, but answered back right away with a double of Renegade. So he's gonna fly right back.
I think no one's by the flag though. It's gonna go OT.
He's just going to fly forward here. He might be able to get a touch if he can just avoid the pie ticking down. He's not going to be able to.
No.
And we will have overtime here on Bazaar.
OT. All right, first one capture wins.
Gets more and more intense every single time. You hear it. Overtime coming in there from Jeff Steitzer, and
first one to
that's
score.
Exactly we're in right now. Sudden death. 5 minutes on the clock. The next flag will win this one. It has been so back and forth. OpTic certainly putting
Good
up
old
the best
Jeff
fight that
coming
they
in
have
saying
all series
sudden
Now let's take
death.
ourselves back to the very start of this game. Who got the better starting strategy? It was OpTic Gaming. They got C9 almost all dead off the break. They got Overshield, they got Rockets. The difference here, C9 have slowed it down just a little bit. They lost those first 2 kills, but they haven't lost everything on the map. Rockets are in the hands of OpTic. Lucid has the chance to make a play, and it's sudden death. All you need is 4 dead, and you've won the game.
Renegade forces a rocket trade there.
2 dead.
Hut, so that's going to be 2 dead for the side of OpTic.
Ola missed that grenade.
Gets tied up right away. 2 dead for both sides.
APG ran into that grenade. If he would have walked forward, he would have missed it.
Cloud9 knows they cannot risk going all three dead, all 4 dead, if they pull that one off, just because that first flag will win. They need to play a little bit more careful, a little more conservative here.
And you can already see in the gameplay from both teams, both playing a little bit more conservative, not willing to run out into the middle of the map without doing damage first. Now the push is going to come in on the Rocket side. Eco is going to be trying to push onto Lucid too. Lucid will pick up the kill though, and that's going to open up the tree side of the map here. Pistola is going to get a little bit of help, but doesn't need it. He gets that grapple shot in his hands. APG picks up another. 3 dead here for C9, and there goes Pistola.
If Ola can stay alive, he has 4 grapples. He just burned 1, but he has 3 more grapples. If Ola can stay alive here, they can really put a run together.
3 grapples. Let's see if he can put it together.
There's a teammate with them. They got to push. Gotta be careful, but yeah, we've got 3 here on this side.
Trying to just formulate this push at the
Behind you. Oh, no, Pistola, no.
Want to give up too many kills without doing
Oh, Pistola turned the wrong way.
Survive. APG going down first, and Eco surviving too means that OpTic are going to have to play this slow.
Trippy.
What happened there off screen, you just saw it for a second. Stellar actually wins the battle in Hut against APG. It's so hard to keep your push going when you lose your Hut player.
Overshield pop in as well. Trippy trying to rotate behind the player bottom middle. Stella managed to stay alive though. Now he's using the geometry of the map just to get himself into a position to maybe pick that one up. Can he use the dynamos to cut off that tree house? His teammate has moved in to get it. Pistola with an OS. A chance.
Renegade running in.
Also going to give a lot of information there. A few shots on the player pushing bottom Rocket side. That will be cleaned up on screen. That's what you expect from this OpTic side. No Mangler drop coming in from Ola, but should be able to make quick work of Stellar. That's 2 dead.
One thing to notice here. Look how slow Penguin and Eco played this. As soon as they recognize
let's go.
They just played the back of the
We're making it. We're making it work. We're making it work.
The issue here for C9 is if they lose the kills here, there's going to be a flagpole, and they're going to be spawning halfway across the map. Stella picks up one, Pistola picks up the Mangler, tries to turn his attentions now to the two players in the trees, waiting for help. Lucid picks up one, Pistola has that flag on the move, and there's Trippy with the third kill.
Trippy in the tree. This is where this man
No, he's above you.
Plays coming in for Penguin.
Pistola picks up the kill,
nice.
and
Go,
now
go,
he's
go.
got that flag in hand as well. 3 dead here for C9.
Needs to keep going. There's no time to waste here. They're finding already one spawner here on bottom rocks.
They gotta go. Pistola, just go. Pistola, you gotta take it and go.
With 2 rockets as well.
There has to be a cap.
Oh,
There
no.
has to be a cap here for
Oh,
OpTic
no,
Gaming.
Pistola,
It looks like
I know you
Renegade's trying to
waited.
make
That
the
was
play on the
bad.
three. The rockets are gonna come in. Pistola picks up 2. That's 3 dead. Killing
Grab
spree
it.
for Lucid.
Go, go
And
through the
the
doors.
flag
Yeah,
goes
go.
over.
Yeah,
Go.
they gotta go.
They gotta go. They got it.
Overtime means OG win
Woo!
as they put their first map on the
OG
board
got the
in
first
grand
one.
final.
All right, we got a series now.
On the POVs there, we were looking
That's their
at Lucid,
first
we were
loss
looking
on
at
that
Trippy.
map
You saw
and
the
mode.
shoulders actually drop. You saw them actually breathe a sigh of relief, thinking, oh my God, we finally closed that one out. We told you, Bazaar CTF was going to be crazy. It was going to be a long one, and we even went to overtime. OpTic Gaming closed it out. And that's exactly what happened on set. You talked about how if C9 lets themselves go 3 or 4 dead, it could spell disaster. Because keep in mind, look at that expression there, Renegade's face, not happy with that. Keep in mind, C9
Oh,
is gonna
Pistola.
win that game in 15 minutes,
Pistola,
9 times out of 10.
the
When it's about
sketchy
the first
veteran,
flag,
as
or
they
the
call
first flag,
or sneaky veteran. I don't know what they call him, but man, he's a vet.
One thing that really stood out to me in that game as well was the amount of control for the first time in the series that OpTic Gaming had over Cloud9. It seemed like C9 were on the back foot majority of the time, but I need to give a shout out to one man in particular. I got your Pistola. Ignore these stats. Even
Got
though
your
Pistola's the man
Pistola.
who is there. The
Oh my
play
God, look at
towards the
him.
end of that
29
game
and
to get
21,
that flag
Pistola.
moving, to time it perfectly, to wait for the help, to get the kill onto Penguin that matters.
He's definitely,
and then get
like
a
I said,
double kill
he's
as
one
well
of
towards
the
end. It's
OGs, or
ridiculous.
closer to the
Pistola does
OGs.
things that impact games.
And also Trippy, right? He goes -3. I don't care he goes -3. He's the one who pushed Tree, right? Ola was alone in the flag. He's trying to win that fight with the Mangler against 2 players in Tree. And Trippy's the one who comes to help out in Tree. And then Ola comes and sweeps in, finishes that second kill on Penguin only because of the Mangler. And he's able to close
This was
out
a big one right here. Remember this one?
This
This is
crazy,
big.
crazy
Oh.
moments as well. Look how close this is as well. Returning. Yeah, alive just about. Penguin did manage to put a flag in for Cloud9 in those final moments, but this is Pistola at his best, right? Picks up 1. He managed to get the return to send it to overtime. The start of overtime here. Again, the difference maker, I think, was the opening strategy, but this play from Pistola, Andy, is what he does best.
That's the thing. You need special plays. You need big-time plays to get the flag out of the base on Bazaar. And if you don't have moments like that, that flag doesn't come out. The flag run doesn't start.
Strongholds recharge.
We take a look at our series layout. Not 3-0 is what we normally see from Cloud9. It's 2-1. OpTic Gaming right back in the series. They will win Bazaar CTF with a final score of 2-1.
Now let's just take a second here, right? Let's take a step back and look at that series score overall. 50-49. That game number 2. OpTic win game number 3. I think maybe people aren't realizing how close these two teams actually are. I understand that C9 are the best team in the world right now. They've been winning consistently week after week. The first land, C9. We get it. But OG have made a run and deserve to be in this final. They are showing now that the belief is maybe the one thing that they were missing in those first couple of games, that the comeback that they made in game 2 has installed in them to think they can win this one.
You heard
It is crazy. It is crazy for sure.
Team coming into this event. They said since their Raleigh break, they have not missed a single
It is 100% crazy.
scrims, and it is showing right now.
Going
They're
good
back
though.
on the scoreboard, as you say, narrowly losing that game number 2. They did not let it go to their heads. Kept their heads held high and focused on that game number 3. Clutched it out in a grueling match of Bazaar CTF. If you're just joining us, it's 2-1 in favor of Cloud9, and we are strapping in for a grand final here at HCS Anaheim. We'll have to see what happens in our game.
We might have a long night on our hands watching this. Like, if they win this series, they got another one to go.
Gameplay must be just around the corner as I remove my jacket because things are getting a little bit warm in here, and this series is starting to heat up indeed. Now, let's talk about this next map, Andy, because I want to get your thoughts on how this one's going to go. Historically, how have these teams been performing
Strongholds.
in Anaheim on this map mode combo?
Yeah, we've seen some strongholds recharge from the side of OpTic.
Gonna be interesting and crazy for sure.
Complexity earlier on.
We got a series now. We got to win one more, and we got a tie series.
Another big win for the likes of Cloud9 in their pool play matches as well. So looks like both teams pretty confident with results here in Anaheim, but only one team is going to be able to close it out in our first set of the Grand Finals matches.
Selfishly, can't wait to see that shock rifle in play because that thing has been putting some montage plays together and highlight plays for us to enjoy all weekend long. Off the break though, let's watch some Trippy. Eco going to be challenging on double stacks. Trippy trying to survive, cannot do so.
2 dead for both sides. Renegade with a very unconventional strategy, just going straight across batteries there, trying to do as much damage as he could. Looks like the first one's going to go to B to C, and also going to be a camo grab for Cloud9.
Camo for Cloud9. Triple cap. Off the break here for OpTic Gaming. Which one would you prefer? I'll let you answer that at home. Eco going to pick up one onto Lucid on pipes though. That's going to create the opening here. And it should be a chance for C9 maybe to change where they have the resources into some stronghold control. They've gone for A, they've got that lockdown. B also in their hands.
I was going to say, can I wait a few moments to answer that question? Because we'll see
Not
exactly
how these things work.
We'll see exactly how it plays out. Right now, we already have Cloud9 back on the board now with a double kill chain reaction as well.
He got a Eco chain reaction double.
He's got me going like a chain reaction. What a shot that was. That's going to change what the numbers are looking like on the map here for
APG's
C9.
done.
They have A
He's
control,
pinched.
they have B control. The score, though, is looking
He's
pretty
smart.
similar.
Smart. Got rid of the
APG.
sword.
Had the sword, gets it off the map. The shock rifle is enough for Eco to play with.
Yeah, he fully nopes out of that one. Says, I have no interest in letting you get the sword. I'm just going to find my way back to the depths of recharge. So essentially,
oh my gosh, Eco going off.
Bat ledge, and they will continue scoring.
If you've ever watched Tarzan and maybe you like the back,
Another one.
So maybe you need a shock rifle to take him down. Eco is not missed him
This
right
is
now.
like shock rifles, like a lot of these pros' favorites. Except for I think like Lucid. I think he loves the sniper.
With this weapon, we'll see if he can do what it takes to get his team back in the lead.
Can I play with the shock rifle now, says Lucid? Let's see what you can do with it. OpTic.
See.
Standing on end, I'm sure, after those shots coming in from Eco. Renegade going to be flanking
Oh,
as well.
where did he come from?
Too long to make a decision there, and
Double.
That is gonna cost
He's
him.
gonna get a
It's gonna
triple.
be
He's
the
gonna get a triple.
kill for Renegade.
Yeah.
You cannot give him the time to close gaps because he picks up trips.
You can't still 3 dead for OpTic Gaming. If you're Trippy, you also can't let yourself lose that battle there. In the end, he did have an opportunity to close out that. He's not able to. It'll be a triple kill, as you say, for Renegade. Also, all 4 dead momentarily as Renegade keeps peeking all the way into elevator, just like that. 73-22. And that early OpTic Gaming lead has been all but forgotten.
Yep.
Now, one
that
thing that's
early lead's gone.
doing is losing games. It kind of pisses them off a little bit, and you can see the reaction that you're getting from C9 right now. They've had BC control for quite some time. They're about to cross the 90-point mark here in Strongholds. OpTic have been on the back foot for quite some time, ever since they lost control of this rifle.
Eco already has 9 kills. That's triple anyone on the side of OpTic
Yep,
Gaming.
this is gonna be interesting now. It's gonna be interesting.
Great work there from Trippy there with the nade, and they're gonna go in and clean up.
The trades is what's hurting OpTic for sure.
B gets turned over straight away, so the efficiency goes alongside the kills. Something we're always looking out for, right? 4 dead is great, but are you turning it into points? The answer is yes here for OpTic Gaming. A and B in their control now. 100 points exactly on the board here for C9. Now that the shock rifle is out of commission, this is a chance for OpTic to slow things down, play those corners, and just hold that AB setup.
That's right. The beautiful thing about both of these teams, OpTic especially, trade there from Over and Stellar.
Ooh,
OpTic
good 2
especially,
kills.
do not count them out. Doesn't matter the scoreline. Doesn't matter where we are in the tournament. OpTic Gaming is going to be ready to play the full duration of this game as they start to claw back here. What was just the 80-point deficit is now only a 40-point deficit.
All right. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good.
See, they're picking up kills as well. They're not even getting traded out. What does that mean? Trades mean triple caps. That is a triple
cap, which is 3
points. They're back into this one. And I'll tell you what, if I'm OpTic next time I see a shock rifle, get it out of here.
That's right. Triple cap here in effect for the side of OpTic Gaming. They will continue.
He missed it. He missed it.
Back in this one.
Get it out of here. Yeah, I almost agree. If you get the shock rifle, you have a chance to get rid of it. Just throw it somewhere.
Look at the score. That's all that really matters here. And it's going to be OpTic who go into a lead.
Oh, what a
Eco gets
stick.
Blue hat, which takes him down to the grave. 2-4 for OpTic. Eco still in the death screen. Renegade looking to make plays here around the camo.
A C-hold here for OpTic Gaming.
Another double trade. 3 dead though on OpTic.
They want to get control of back elevator. And also a camo mangler for
Stellar.
Ola taken down. Penguin going to fall as well, so a 3v3 on the map. C9 back in
Gonna
control
go triple
of the scoring.
cap, though.
Not only that, one triple cap has been flipped on its head, and now it's C9 who have control of A, B, and C. They will go back into the lead in just a second. There it is. C9 now with camo as well. This is looking dangerous for OpTic.
And as you say,
this is interesting.
You do not want to tick off the likes of Cloud9 because they will answer right back. That triple cap will continue, and just like that, 141 to 118.
Renegade has the shock rifle as well. All of the pieces have just fallen apart.
Yeah, OG need to. They had it again, but they need to get C at least.
With the weaponry and the triple cap, it's going to be a tough push for them, but they need to commit to something. Renegade is hitting everything. By the way, with that shot,
They got to do something here. They're not going to anything.
If he keeps hitting shots like this, he's going to have to refresh that bean can on the end of it.
And look at that. He's just able to hold down all of C. Looks like he's going to make a low push here and just try to whip all the way around. Hopefully not slide too far. And just look at that. Ola's not ready for that flank. Gets help from Stellar from the sneaky ledge, and then will maintain control. They're starting to flip C again. This game could be over very fast.
It could be over very fast.
Yeah, it's about to be over.
About grapple usage. It's not just the flashy plays anymore. It's getting from A to B as quickly as possible. Is the difference now. You can throw people's timing off as he almost rips a head off.
210 to 118. This game was just tied around.
Oh man, I know they were there, and now they're gone. Now they're up ahead a lot, and they're about to lose B. They need to get A and C, or A and B.
And still an AC hold.
Oh
They might
man.
get this reset on B. No, looks like C will now be the new battleground.
Eco is popping off, by the way. 3 dead here for
Yeah,
OpTic
Eco's the one doing it. He got those.
A is being converted. That's the respawners though. Renegades in a 1v1 with APG up there to see if they can get that in their hands. But BC will be in the hands of C9. They're moving just moments away from going up 3-1 in the series. It's go time for OpTic. You need to do something, but Penguin's got the next camo.
He's just going to lurk around with his camo. This is the last thing you want if you're on the side of OpTic Gaming, because look at this 240-point mark, and he's just going to wait on C for someone to come in. It's going to be Ola.
Solar gets taken down.
Ola got destroyed.
Penguin with the camo, always going to have the first shot advantage.
That's it.
247. The game's
That's
done, ladies and gents.
Wow.
OpTic Gaming are all in the
That was
respawn
quick.
screen as C9
That
pick
was
up yet
so
another
quick.
map win, and now move just one map away from being crowned your champions.
And as the OpTic Gaming fans started to rebuild the green wall, brick by brick, pretty quickly we find the likes of Cloud9.
Cloud9 really just came back and said, nope, my game.
Match.
My game.
On recharge, not one that
Dang
was
it.
back and forth really at all after the 100-point mark. It's C9 with a great opening. OpTic answers back with a triple cap. We're thinking OpTic's right back in this series. And Cloud9 says not.
Yeah,
so
3-1 now. Oh, they got to win all 3 games, OpTic, to win it.
Chug, chug. The bulldozer decked out in blue and white.
If they would have won this one, it was 2-2. I had good faith that OpTic could win the series and go into a second elimination.
We're going to have to see if it stands firm, and we're going to see this series continue as we move on to our next game. Now, let's take a look at the stats, though. And I'll tell you what, I wanted to talk about it, but the game just ended before I could bring it up. It's always someone on C9.
Eco definitely destroyed. When they lost the shock rifle, it was down. That's when they came back in and even took the lead. Like, they took away the power weapons straight up.
Player on your team who goes double positive of anyone else on the other
OpTic
team.
really came back into it. Like, they were just on fire.
Eco, we'll take a look at some highlights. Yeah, it's going to be probably Eco shock rifle kills. This, by the way. Watch this. Trippy gets chained. Oh, Lucid goes down as well. Absolutely ridiculous from Eco to hit that shot on Trippy again. I mean, Trippy's done nothing wrong in this situation.
No, not at all.
He's just been on the receiving end of some nuts plays coming in from Eco.
I mean, absolutely fantastic stuff there from C9. It was, once again, a surgical
Right here, when they got that shock rifle, I knew then it was going to be hard.
From Renegade, the off-the-rack double kill as well, and it's unsurprisingly everything in your highlights package right now. It's all Cloud9.
Yeah, no surprise to see it.
Eco doesn't
and,
have
what a
the
way to end
shock.
it as well. For OpTic Gaming to all be in the death screen as those final points tick over. Says
shock rifle. I love the shock rifle too. Don't get me wrong. It's really, really good. But man,
the last
sucks.
game here, NA regionals. It's going to be Aquarius.
I hope it's not. I hope OpTic win, but I have really low expectations of them winning 3 straight.
I tell you what, OpTic need this one.
3 straight would be really hard.
They do. We have Cloud9 actually losing their most recent match here against Kansas City Pioneers 50-43. And you have OpTic Gaming beating Sentinels 50-42. So we take a look at the most recent games here. Maybe an opportunity for OpTic Gaming. 2 of 4 losses.
Yeah,
as you see on your
well,
screen.
Cloud9 are like, yeah, we gotta just win 1 out of these next 3. We just gotta go nice and easy. We'll see.
So you're saying there's a chance. So you are saying there's a chance
for sure.
We're going to get some more Halo Infinite tonight, but if I know anything about C9, they're going to want to get it done here, and they're going to want to get it done now. They want to end this series. OpTic, on the other hand, know how to play this game type. They have been very, very efficient at rotating around the map and getting those kills as well. And one thing that always stands out to me about OpTic and the way they play this game, Andy, sidekick control. Whenever they're inside of those bases, the sidekicks absolutely shred.
Right, it took about, I'd say 2 or so weeks before players started to really realize in Halo Infinite.
This thing's pretty good.
Oh my god, we need to start picking up this weapon, especially because it spawns in an area that is also most dominant. It spawns
That is
on the
100%
utility side
true.
of the map, into the utility.
One of them had to run to the restroom, I see.
Very crucial, very key kills there. Penguin, excuse me, returning from that water break backstage, ready to lock
Water
back
break.
in and potentially sit down for a
water break.
tournament-winning game.
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
Halo Infinite that man's had, right?
Yeah.
First event win, back in Raleigh, lifted up a trophy, and I tell you what, after not picking one up for quite some time, maybe he's going to have to add a few more shelves to the home back home. We're going to stick with that one, everybody. Bear with me.
Good.
To
I think
add
you meant the
another-
trophy case.
That's what I meant. And let's talk about
Bigger
the
trophy
that's
case you
gonna go
need.
on that, because it might be joined by its brother here with another one being added to the collection. Not quite sure how I phrased that, by the way, Andy, but you get my point. He's going to add another one. There's going to be 2 instead of 1, everyone. Okay? Cool.
We'll see if we can add that trophy on your screen right now
So you
to
do it so much
that
better,
trophy
man.
collection.
It's so easy
Back
for you.
home, that's what he's
There
trying
it
to
is.
do. We'll have to see if he can take it from the sunny, sunny skies of California all the way back home. But first he has to win this 4th and final game. Might do it in this game type or might have to do it later on in the series if OpTic can strike again on Aquarius. Up next, it's Slayer on a map which OpTic Gaming is quite comfortable. It's going to be Aquarius.
Anyway,
I don't think so. I think they said earlier Aquarius is not their
Cloud9
best
versus
map.
OpTic Gaming. This could be the last map of our North American regionals. Will it be C9 closing things out? Or have OpTic still got some juice in the tank? It's time to find out.
Optic's got to win this, obviously.
Keeping a
This is
very
game
close
over.
eye on this
Night-night.
opening rush.
We're done.
Those
Let's
top mid
go.
power-up grabs as well. Look for both teams to strike when the iron is hot. Push those opportunities, collapse on their opponents. Good opening here from OpTic Gaming. They'll get the first kill.
Now this opening is vital. If C9 get a hot start, all of a sudden the down start to come into your head for OpTic. This is the end of it. How are we throwing this
He's,
one away? If you get
camo
out
over
to a
there.
good start, all that you think about is the game that's
yeah.
in front of you. 2-2 off the break here.
Looks like camo they got.
C9 and Penguin who have the first camo of the game.
The first kills go the way of OpTic. You saw it on your screen there. They weren't able to get the exact timing, though, to make sure they got top mid control on the camo. So already an early grab here for Cloud9.
Heatwave also is in the hands of Stellar, I believe. I saw it pop up in the kill feed. So weapons and power-ups
Lucid's down.
are C9s for now. Stellar has been taken down, though, so you expect that Heatwave maybe to
Two over
exchange
here.
hands here. As Penguin is trying to do some work with his teammate
Ola
here.
won
but
that
Renegade
one,
pushes
okay.
in, and Pistola will take advantage of that. It's 4-4 here.
Pistola got that one. Lucid's getting double teamed, or Trippy is. Trippy's getting double teamed. Lucid's down below. He's trying to wrap around, I think.
A very tough 6th place finish, and Raleigh put some doubts in the fans of the green wall.
Penguin.
And right now, they need to show up here in this grand final. They need to do it big. They're down 3-1,
There you go,
only
Pistola.
one game
Good
away.
job.
Double kill up top, though, for Ola.
Small things like that from Ola. It might seem like it's
5-1. Look at Ola. 5-1 right now. It's a start.
Not letting Renegade escape. If Renegade gets around a corner and lives, you know he's going to do more damage. Making sure that you're responding to those one-shots is vital for success for OpTic here.
That is now 9-7.
3 over here.
OpTic Gaming. You have Cloud9 trapped in their base. Taking a look. A little bit of
That was
trade.
good,
Killing
good.
spree in the end for Ola. It's a good answer back from the side of Cloud9. We'll go over to Cloud9. We'll get into an Astro listen-in.
That was good for Pistola.
Nades up, I'm getting him.
Looking at you, John. We're gonna need those for P2.
Yeah,
you're alone, John. You're alone, John.
Yeah, you're going rogue, you're going rogue.
You guys
Yellow
P2?
P, yellow P street.
Yeah, yellow streamers, I think.
In yellow.
There we go.
Find the
We can
yellow flag.
we can yellow.
More call-outs.
Ola.
P2, one shot,
One shot here. Right, I'm one shot, I'm one shot.
Yeah, blue flag.
Yeah, top blue.
And I died to yellow flag?
Got two.
You died, yellow flag.
Up. They just got it?
No, it's still up.
Top P. I'm going for it.
Yellow flag.
Yellow flag's weak.
APG, bad.
Dead. Everyone top E?
Bad APG.
I died. He
He's
killed
on a
me.
one shot break.
Ola's top P. Ola's top P above you, John.
He's
Going.
top mid weak. He's top mid one shot. One shot for me.
Okay.
Dead.
Three dead. No deaths here. No deaths here.
Did we get camo? Did you
Burn.
burn?
I'll go get the blue closet, bro.
As we jump out of the listening, you can see that OpTic Gaming have 3 players full, but the story of this game so far, Andy, is it's trade for trade. Nobody can get a foothold or any kind of control in the game.
Right, this is good for OpTic so far, even though they were up by 2 or 3. In the end, they made sure to keep this game very close. Got to highlight Ola right now. The man is 8-3.
Stella.
APG's got to get some kills here, get a couple.
On the team fight, though, and That's going to even things up here. 15 to 15.
Trippy or Lucid. That's where Lucid sometimes I think burns it. He's so good, but he gets to that where it's like I can do this, and he doesn't relay it sometimes. Yeah, because look at where these other teammates are. They're all on the other side versus Renegade. And now they just killed all of his, one of his teammates over there.
Trades back and forth, only a 1-kill game.
Pistola 9 and 4. On the other side of things, Stella, the man
Pistola has come to play in this game again. He's doing really good.
As we now find ourselves at 17 to 17. Trippy. Oh, big thrust from
Trippy, good job, Trippy. But there's another one. And Eco got a double.
Game of inches, we're wondering what will it take for a team to finally get some top mid to control, get some team fire, maybe some
Eco right there, just
alternative routes to be able to trap their opponents in their base and start to be able to do things like trading 3 kills for 1, trading 4 kills for 1 right now.
APG's down, Trippy's down here.
Trippy manages to get that kill though. Huge. That was so massive because all of OpTic were trapped around the fridge and P-side.
Trippy staying alive there lets his team reset in the base. They will keep the game within 1. We are going to need to see that time and time again from OpTic if they want to stay in this game.
That's the kind of moment usually where you see C9 collapse. They get 3 dead, 4 dead, and then it becomes 8 in a row, 9 in a row, and all of a sudden OpTic.
Good job, Trippy. Grab that, grab it.
Cannot be explained how important that was. Now he gets away with the camo. Trippy stepping up here for OpTic.
Nice.
Entire sequence.
All right.
After the match from replay because he has stepped up big, and it also means a lead for OpTic Gaming. Camo, heat wave, and an opportunity to push.
Oh, that was bad. That was bad. He doesn't know there's a guy behind him.
Oh, yeah. Penguin picks up 2 as well, and now, oh no!
Trigger discipline. Right. Trigger discipline. That was trigger discipline. He could have just went in, looked, and saw the guy and would have got probably a double. You know what I mean?
Exactly as you said.
He didn't have trigger discipline.
You have to check your corners, though. Even though after all that, we're still 25-24. Only a 1-kill game.
Yeah, that little hidey hole.
Yeah, well, I know, but that's where if he had trigger discipline though, if he would have held it, let him walk away, and then kind of walked in, looked left, easy double. But now Trippy's, they gave him the heat wave. Lucid's done. Oh, he stuck him. He traded. I mean, hey, Ola and APG, I think, are over here. Trippy, good job. Watch it behind him.
There we go.
One more. Oh, they're over there. They're over there. Ola knows. Pistola knows there's 1 or 2. He missed it. If he would have.
28 to 31.
Yeah, if he would have landed a melee or something.
Yeah, I think that's what he was going for. Oh, 3 now, 3.
Looking too strong, even though we're seeing trades here. They look like they are poised to win this tournament.
Oh, APG!
Now they're up by 4, but that slowed down on the Renegade push. 1 dead for each side.
APG staying alive there on those sound.
Yeah, I see APG was trying to get shields, but man, if he would have stuck out a second early, he would have helped save his teammate. Oh no. Oh no, it's starting to fall. Down by 5. Yeah, APG and Trippy now. And Trippy. Yeah, C9 just.
Into the face of an OpTic player, 35 to 31.
There's 2 in here. Don't. Pistola just ran in. That's I think that's the 3rd time.
We're losing their cohesion. They need to
starting to pull away.
Pull back.
Both teams have been trading. OpTic need to pick up kills without response. APG will do so. So will Lucid. So this is an opportunity now to find Eco, to find Penguin, and bring this a bit closer.
Behind.
APG with a killing spree will do that.
Someone save.
Behind him gets the back whack. And once again, OpTic Gaming
He's in here by himself, just sitting.
At this pace. For the past few minutes, it has been Cloud9 leading the way, dictating it, and OpTic just trying to hold on.
But look at the body system. It's just almost exemplary coming in from
Trippy double.
Cloud9. But as I say that, Trippy with the sidekick picks up a double.
Absolutely huge to pick up those 2 kills.
They just got 2 more.
5-kill game, but just like that, it's still a 3-kill game. Winning that, also getting information.
Lucid's by himself. No, behind you. No.
Kind of an indecision. Do I push in? Do I have to let my teammate die? In my opinion, he made the right one. Lucid was always dead. He had to try and play his life, but now here comes Stella. He picks up a double kill. APG is going to try and get there to get the
Don't go back, APG. Oh, APG just jumped right into him. Oh, they're not. They're not calling where the spawns are. They're not. OpTic's just like.
Have 1 chance.
That lack of communication that's killing them now.
Yeah.
OpTic need to find a way to not trade in this next team fight. If they get 2 dead or 3 dead, then maybe they have a chance. Lucid picks up 1.
Lucid had the camo, I think.
However, it's going to be 4 dead here for Cloud9. Stella's just come off the respawn. OpTic are back into this. It's a 2-kill game.
45-43. This can go any direction. OpTic Gaming needs to play this very wisely, and Trippy with the camo. This is the man who needs to step up to keep his team alive.
I talk about game 5 Trippy. I talk about big game Trippy. Make yourself a hero right now for OpTic Gaming. Renegade taken down, no damage taken. Penguin gonna be pushing as well. Can Trippy escape? He gets 2! He gets 2!
He got 2. He got the double.
First time we've seen OpTic in the lead.
Look right, look right.
It's a perfect timing for them. 47-45.
Above you again. No, turn around. Oh, Trippy, Trippy.
How have they done this? They've turned it around.
Oh, Trippy. Trippy. I think the kill was above him. I know, but I think it was above him where Lucid was over there, and he didn't turn around. He just kind of like was like looking around.
But they need one more kill.
They need to kill Cloud9, and don't get this mixed up right now. If they make a mistake, a clean wipe from C9.
They gotta grenade it. They have to. They're all in the B spawn.
They have to be so careful. Penguin no shield. Look at this though. Trippy has to thrust away.
Where's the coordination? Where's the team?
Where's APG?
But no kills are cleaned up.
Yeah, APG, please no.
2 minutes 55 to make a play. OpTic. Lucid.
There you go.
APG. Oh,
there you go. There you
go.
Woo,
we're still surviving.
That is resilient.
Still surviving.
It almost fell
we
apart
thought that was done.
It
right?
did.
Feels good, man. Yeah, right? Epic Perry.
Last moments, but it's
Epic Perry chatted. But yeah, feels good, man. OpTic looking better. Yeah. Yeah, they got it. They're getting it.
How do they close out the games? How do they fight through the toughest scenarios they find themselves in? Let me remind you, they were down 44-40 in that game. This one looked done, and it looked dusted once again.
It did. I thought they were done. They were up by 5, I think, or 4. And I was like, oh man, it's gonna be rough. And OpTic just got better.
And you talked about it on the desk on set. Trippy is your man who needs to step up on Championship Sunday. He's done it so far in this tournament a few times. That camo grab, the precision. Also, a lot of kills coming in off screen too. That team was working, firing.
All right, be right back.
OpTic Gaming close it out as a squad. They will win. Slayer on Aquarius. My God. Tie up the series.
Now you start to plant that seed in the minds of C9. C9 who have not experienced losses on LAN. Well, they still haven't. Let's keep that in mind here. Renegade, a good game from him, but a lot of deaths as well. Maybe a little bit of over-aggression coming in from Renegade, but I've got to give a shout-out to Pistola in that game. He had such a hot start, and APG as well. The amount of times that I saw a player die, and APG be in a position to get trades cannot be understated.
No, I love too, Trippy. He goes 10-11. Once again, I don't care. Huge plays from Trippy to drop down. He wins a kill that made sure that his team wasn't collapsed on. He gets that final camo, and remember that double kill and utility as well to keep the game at 40-37. If he doesn't get those kills, that game goes all the way to 42-37. It becomes a completely different game. Here's a look at some of the highlights from that match.
Absolutely insane, this series between these two teams. And while we get a second just to catch our breath, I just want to say to the boys on stage right now, you're putting on a show. And it's a pleasure to be casting it, and shout out to everybody at home who's watching it at the moment. If you ain't watching it and you want to get some more eyes in here, you should be doing that right now. Tweet this stream out. Let's see how many people we can get in here to enjoy this Halo, because trust me, this is world class. But these are the moments at the end of this game. Not only getting away from that first kill with his life, getting the double as well.
Absolutely beautiful. Time and time again, we saw Trippy stepping up there. And what I love, once again, that's not reflected in the stats. The boys are so happy with how they closed that one out. And they will bring the series to 3-2. We will go next to Oddball Streets.
Now, the reason that I say this is what I love, and you wouldn't have seen me, of course, I was pointing at the screen, the reaction of OpTic, business as usual.
Yep.
Not getting carried away with things. The fact that they clutched out a crazy, crazy game, it doesn't matter, because they know the job is not done yet. The job is nowhere near done yet. They're still trailing in this series. And they're still going to have to produce these ridiculous plays
We
to
all
even
know.
challenge the 4 gentlemen you see on your screen right now. Cloud9 can bleed, but how much are they going to bleed in this series?
Keep in mind, earlier, if you didn't catch it, we did see Cloud9 all the way to 5 games against Fnatic. There are teams here in Anaheim that have pushed Cloud9 to their limit. Right now, OpTic Gaming in a position to also do so. They find themselves down 1 game in the series, but also 1 game away from sending us to a Game 7 in our first best of
I honestly say Pistola helped that one at the start. Getting that, like, what was it, 10-2 or 10-4 run?
OpTic kind of out that momentum, because I feel like as the longer the series has gone on, it's starting to swing back.
It is.
In the way of OpTic. And like you mentioned, there's been a few times this weekend that we've seen C9 and we've been like, oh, this is interesting. This series is looking a little bit interesting. They've lost a few games here and there. And it's not just been Slayers either, Andy. It's not just a case of they've been winning, you know, Series 3-1 and they've just lost the Slayer. And objective losses in there as well. There's been a few surprise losses where they've shown that maybe there are weaknesses to their game. OpTic will be aware of that. Trust me. Coach Lunchbox behind them, he will be aware of everything.
Lunchbox.
That
I love that
C9
nickname.
have not been quite on top of, and we'll be looking to give that
Lunchbox
for them to extend this series, send it to live fire, by the way, which is Game 7, and see if we can reset that bracket.
Can't really say enough about how much OpTic has stepped it up in the clutch department here at Anaheim. That was a big question mark coming in. Is this team able to close out games? Are they able to close out a series? Because their record was 50%. In series deciding games, they were 6-6 coming into this event. They've changed that story. They've changed the narrative here as they're ready to see if they can fight all the way the distance in this series. But there's one thing we know OpTic could do. As we said earlier, they can play all the way till the end, especially in a Slayer. And even though they were down 44-40, they claw back. They close that out with perfect teamwork to win that game, force us to a game number 6.
And I think one thing that's really helped OpTic out in recent weeks, as we see we're about to load into this next game, is there was doubters, right? There was doubters after a hot start to the game, disappointing in rally. Then they had a few weeks where we were like, oh, are we going to see OpTic back at the top? Are they going to fall off a little bit here? Those kind of moments, Andy,
Is this oddball streets, I'm guessing?
You up. They give you that toughness
I'm gonna assume.
that you need to compete in these grueling grand finals.
We just did
against
Slayer.
The best in the world. Those things, you have to learn the hard way. Now,
No,
can
they just
send
did
us to a
Slayer.
Game 7 here?
So
We're
they're,
moving over
it's
to
either
Street.
control.
We've got some oddball to play.
Oddball.
C9 OpTic. Are we going to go the distance?
Oddball,
right
here we
now
go.
leading this series, score of 3-2, only one game away from
Come on.
closing out the tournament. OpTic needs to win this to stay
Come on,
alive.
let's
Here we
go.
go, game number 6.
Trippy POV, deservedly so after the performance at the end of that last game. Let's see what he can do off the break here. It looks like C9 are going to get aggressive. This is what they do when they get put on the back foot. They try and put you back under pressure. Doing that with a rocket launcher is a great way to start. As Renegade threads the needle, picks up 2.
They got 3 dead. But they got the
On
ball.
triple there, but the double kill will come in with the kill assist there, which will still equal 3 dead in the end, though. So the medal's not going to be an issue for Renegade. Not going to worry about how it gets done. The job gets done. That's all he cares about. And the ball will also go all the way back into Tram now. It's an early 20-point hold for the side of Cloud9.
This is the most important game that involves a ball and that's been on all day.
Couldn't agree more.
Ooh, weak.
In front of us, 25-0. The
Weak
score right
again.
now.
Ha, I don't know how to
Penguin
survive that
picking up
second one.
kills, though, and points being
Man.
picked up here by Cloud9 as well. Penguin will
Oh,
ball
they got it
back
back.
once more. It's been a very strong start to this game from C9.
And they're not wasting any time. Sometimes, as we said earlier, they decide to really slay, they really control, they wait to get their ball time.
Yeah,
Not today,
Lucid
not
and
against
all of
OpTic
them. They got
Gaming. They're not
OpTic
even
in general.
leading
Got to
that
get
game.
some
It's
kills
already
here.
40-0.
They
Very
get
good
1,
control
but
on the
then they
board.
don't get
Renegade's
control.
got 5 kills. Penguin's got 4 kills. Guess what? The other 2 don't have any kills, but it doesn't matter because this round's already halfway over.
You can start getting t-shirts printed with, it doesn't matter, I don't care. It's become the
Lucid jumped down in front of them.
Pushing mid-map. Trippy gonna get taken down. Stella looking for that triple kill.
Yeah, he knows better.
That is such a heads-up play again, Andy. Recognizing, I got 2 kills. I've done the job I need to do. Let's get the oddball back.
Also just sits right on this ledge, not easily naded, not easily seen. Just going to wait behind the Bulldog spawn. They're going to cross the 50-point mark once again. Eco yet to get a kill on the point.
Trippy.
They're 40 points away from closing out the round.
APG picks up 2, Pistola picks up another. Last player alive here for C9 is going to be Penguin with the ball in hand. Now they need to cut him off before he gets that play ball, but easier said than done. Look at the kill feed though. It looks like Lucid might have accidentally killed APG with a little bit of a friendly grenade thrown his way, or maybe unfriendly, I should phrase it. Stalker rifle from Pistola though, holding back and pinning back C9 in Tram.
And as we said, that's some of the fastest movement we've ever seen from Penguin. He gets that ball straight at A, and like you said, they were probably
man.
APG flanking around.
OpTic, they are falling apart right now.
It did not pan out for the side of OpTic
They're
Gaming.
almost...
Penguin now with the rockets in hand, 2 dead still for the side of OpTic
and they
Gaming.
got rockets now.
Look at this, Penguin just running the ball back to Tram and saying, if anyone tries to cut me off, I've got a rocket launcher. APG is going to have his shields broken, but at least not his spirit broken, as he manages to stay alive. Same can be said here for Pistola, stays alive. Lucid, he's going to be taken down. APG re-challenging Katira.
Good job.
Kadabra, Abracadabra. Pistola appears through the door. Trippy
There we go. There you go. 3 dead. Let's go. They got to get the ball now.
Yeah, that was 3 dead, and they did kill the 4th in the end. And now you see the pushes already coming in from the
Soul's already saying where they're at.
Trippy is ready to nade driveway, but they're probably going to need 2 guns on this one.
First time that we've seen OpTic with any semblance of control here. Any look like, you know, any
He's going to do that crouch jump up top. 1-1 dumpster.
Now, oh my goodness, Trippy gets slid out by 2 players. Who's like a football game back in the
Lucid didn't say there was 2, I bet you. Bet you anything. Didn't say there was 2, and APG was covering the one side. And
70 points on the board for them.
Not just that, that was Olympic synchronized swimming. Did you see the absolute perfect timing? Like we said, Ola got caught out. They did not have 2 guns watching driveway, and it cost them. Here we go, 81-20. They're 20 points away from closing out the round.
Let's just take a second to appreciate how efficient C9 have been in this round of Oddball. It has been absolute decimation. Let's not get it wrong. Let's not get it mixed up here. It has been the C9 show. Eco picks up 1. Stella picks up another. 91 points and
that's it. Round 1's over.
OpTic Gaming having 2 players still in the death screen. It will be the first round of what could be the
that's not good, OpTic. You better get it on this one or it's over. Let's go.
Before anyone could
Come
even
on.
hit the 9-kill mark. And we will now go into our second round. Cloud9 looking dominant, and now
come on, let's go.
Away from closing out this game, the series, and the tournament in our grand finals.
Last chance saloon for OpTic Gaming. Rocket launcher going to be bottom middle. Stalker rifle already in the hands of Renegade, just playing at the back of the map as well, the back of Tram, just to see if he can get any peak shots down. APG going to go for those rockets. Eco going to be ready for him. Trippy with the ball in hand.
Absolutely melted there. Beautiful prioritization from Renegade. All he knew that he needed to worry about.
Oh sweet Jesus.
My God, are you kidding me? You know what you need? You have the only way to take him down is a rocket launcher.
It really is, and even then, you need 1, sometimes 2. Maybe
yeah, Lucid's not feeling it. You can see it in his face. So I think it's over. He's like just shaking his head already.
What you didn't account for is the fact that Renegade is a freak.
He is indeed. Penguin goes, actually, I'm going to take this. I don't really want to have the ball around the cafe. Don't need that. Going to bring the ball all the way to back Tram. Doing a little bit of screen watching there to see if he can see where spawners are coming from. Going to rotate for just a second and wisely avoid the nades as well.
4 alive for both teams. Trippy trying to put some pressure on.
Oh, nice stick.
Off the roof, I think it was, coming in from Trippy. Trippy making plays once more. Eco, though,
yeah, but then Eco got him.
1, 2, 3, 4, add them all up.
3 down again.
A kill.
Ola played ball, though.
17-3 the score. Cloud9 not getting too far away, though, from OpTic this time round.
Right, pistol. Right.
He will play the ball on top garbage, but immediately gets
he didn't look again to the right. If he looked right, he would have saw him.
Renegade's POV, 1 dead again for both sides, but that ball not played far enough out, and it will be another grab for the side of Cloud9.
OpTic it's the willingness of C9 to just use the oddball and run the oddball back. They use 2 seconds of time to just throw it forward, knowing they can just get that gun back out and fight on their way towards where they want to set up. And OpTic can't handle it at the moment. It really is that simple. They're about to cross the 30-point threshold here, 29
yeah, again, they're just running fast, and with them running fast, it's hurting OpTic, actually. It's hurting OpTic. It's so Cali.
But they need to make sure that these pushes
yes, the vibe is going for sure. It's not going good for OpTic right now.
But he's just going to fire that one into Halo 6, I think. That's going to get hit a little bit more efficiently to take down Stella.
That's better. They're not collecting points right now.
That ball. It's still in the hands of Penguin, who's on his belly, is on his bike. It doesn't matter what he's on, because he's out of there.
It's a classic rail rotation there. Really difficult to flank all the way around here, especially when Renegade is in one of the most powerful positions on the map. OpTic Gaming need a few more kills here if they want to secure control, but 2 dead right now.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
In his hands. Pistola going to just fall over in front of him, though. Stella
behind.
Fall over as well. Renegade should be taken down. Great shots coming in with this commando rifle. Eco's trying to sniff him out around this arcade, but a little bit dipsy doodle.
Nope, he just ran too far.
Penguin almost got eliminated too. Good work from Trippy, but where's the ball? That's the question here. OpTic still have 2 dead, and Cloud9 at the moment are just pinning them back into spawn.
You might have seen that Ola from downtown
with
those
the ball
nades
again.
from front A. Make sure to slow down that ball grab. In the end, though, it still will be Cloud9 putting more time on the board, and Ola's the first one to fall, but Lucid is already behind enemy lines.
Need big plays now from OpTic. They've got 2 dead. They need to get that odd ball in their hands. There is Lucid to collect that catch, the throw coming in. APG picks up another 3 dead here for C9. The first time we have seen OpTic with the ball in their hands.
Let's
now,
see,
can
come
they
on,
hold
come on.
efficiently? What's the
Come
next
on.
rotation going to be if they pick up kills?
Cali,
All
yes,
questions
Cali.
we're going to find out in the next few seconds.
Ego, last player alive. Notice how Ego does not expose himself. He waits for his teammates. Of course, easier said than done, especially when you have a little bit of a lead here. But OpTic has brought this game back now within 20 points after a nice set of slays. But we'll have to see if they can hold on. 1 dead for each side.
You cannot underestimate
Stairs.
how emotionally draining this game
APG
is.
turn around.
Knowing that just one mistake and this is the series gone. They have to not only win this round, but they have to win back-to-back rounds of oddball if they want to give themselves the opportunity at resetting this bracket after a game 7. This is looking like a good rotation though. Oddball going to be thrown towards the stairs. Rockets in the hands of Stella though. Doesn't connect with one. APG might be able to survive, but also might not be able to get that oddball in a more comfortable position. C9 collect the ball once more.
What does Trippy do here? Trippy was the last player alive. Ola spawns PD. They need to once again wait for each other. Trippy with a nice kill to even things up just a little bit, but OpTic needs to push together. They brought the game within 20 points, but they need to make these pushes count.
Great shots coming in from Stella, even better.
The guy will get ball though, 30 points left.
Gangster. He manages to pick one up. Renegade gonna throw that ball out front,
It's
and now he's
weak.
gonna look to slay. Ball gonna be picked up by Trippy though. He's running straight towards Renegade. They need to deal with him as quickly as possible here. He shouldn't be allowed to get this kill. Look at that positioning from Trippy, knowing to keep his head down. But look, Renegade's still alive here.
Surprising there, a little bit of pressure coming from Driveway distracted Ola, so they're unable to help. And Trippy needs to win this one in the back of the base. 3 dead for the side of C9 once again. Where's that last C9 player? He's on the ball.
Yeah, 3 dead.
On the ball, and Eco is looking to get a play. If he gets a play here, that would be massive. It's just gonna stay inside.
Oh, it almost fell. It almost fell.
Hold here to maybe go into a lead. Maybe they can just shift that pressure, turn it back onto their opponent's Cloud9 here if they can do so.
Almost the slowest slow motion play ball we've ever seen. Nice shots from Lucid. This is what you expect to see from the guy. We have not seen him popping off like we usually do. Gets a bit overzealous, perhaps. 2 dead for OpTic.
Pistola, Pistola high for now.
78, but look at where the ball is. It's
No,
being
there's one up
thrown
by
out
him.
towards that pink street. Penguin
And they just got 3 dead.
Cloud9 starting to rally here.
That's it. They're all in there. It takes like 20 seconds to. It only takes like 20 seconds.
OpTic, you gotta go and you gotta go now.
This push needs to count. 12 seconds on that rocket launcher, but do they even,
Oh, that's it. That's game. That's game.
Eco picks up 2.
That's game.
85
Damn it.
points now. Eco!
Eco just cleaned it up.
GG. In the
GG.
hands of C9, and surely this is the moment they've been waiting for. It's been online dominance. It's been land dominance. It's back to back for
Damn.
C9.
C9 are world champs.
NA regional champions.
This is the team that everyone was betting on. They had a tough grand final. Wasn't the easiest one they've seen. OpTic Gaming putting up a great fight, but in the end, it's Cloud9 closing out your best of 7 in 6 games.
Lucid did not come to play though at the end. Like I thought he would. Pistola did.
They will now walk up.
I can't blame Pistola.
A huge congratulations.
Pistola was there.
I know you can't be here with us, but trust me, we can feel you at home. Congratulations to Cloud9.
You know much that's got to be hot.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm right behind
like,
y'all,
I hope
boys,
no one's
okay?
hair
I want to come
catches
up here in the
on fire
middle.
there.
Or their shirts or something.
The squad has came out once again with another dub. And a Hulkster, when it comes down to Halo, you guys came out on top again, but talk to me just about the competition this weekend, because it was so good.
It was, man, all around it was pretty good. I mean, GG's to everybody we played this weekend. But, I mean, these guys right here, man, we just clutched it up when it mattered.
That was
you know,
insane.
just
It was good.
proud of these guys
It
running
was good.
back-to-back.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean,
Stellar, man, you're a man of few words, but you get it done, okay? The jack of all trades. How you feeling in this moment?
On top of the world. Feel good, bro.
Yeah.
It's just short, sweet, and to the point, man.
Short, sweet, and to the point, but he is very deadly, am I right?
No, he is deadly. He's probably the fierce competitor. I keep saying it, but like that guy is just all about it, man.
How you feeling today?
You know, Renegade reminds me of like a Shroud sometimes.
I got shout outs from my girlfriend.
The way he
of course, 'cause
plays.
She actually came to the event with me, but unfortunately couldn't spectate here. But
I laugh.
Nah, dude. I mean, it felt good to win that one because we won the first one. Like, you know, people said whatever, like, you know, this, that. Sentinels isn't full power, whatever. we came out here, we beat everyone we needed to beat, and we went back to back, and I think we really just shut some people up. And we also won online, which is crazy because we suck online.
Online, on land, it didn't matter equal, okay? Because with this squad right here, it seems like no matter what's in y'all way, y'all know how to overcome it.
I mean, yeah, we put in a lot of work online, and I think it showed a lot here today. And I'm proud of everybody.
Renegade, the most lethal player in our event once again, the main slayer, the terror himself, man. How you feeling after your performance?
I mean, it's expected out of these guys. I mean, we came here to win, of course. GG's to OpTic. I think those guys put a really good match against us compared to earlier in the day. You know, they showed up, but as I said, we're the best team in the game.
The best team in the game, Cloud9. Give it up for them in the chat. Y'all couldn't be here, but they got it done. One more time, stand as a squad. And Lottie, you guys can take it away.
I thought those sparklers were one and done. Huge congratulations to the undisputed champs of Halo Infinite right now. My goodness.
Undisputed, they won twice.
I feel a little bit like a champion myself just because
that was good.
I did say
that was good.
Oh,
they finally moved the box. You see that?
You know,
Box is gone. Just get rid of this box.
Unbelievable performance out of all of those guys on that roster. I'm a little bit shocked for words, I think, at this moment in time, just because of the way that they carried
it was a good series. It sucks Cloud9 won. I wasn't rooting for Cloud9. I'm not gonna lie. But you know, in the end, good series. It got better.
Respect to OpTic. They really put up a decent fight there. And Clutch, as somebody who did vote for OpTic to take this series, what did you make of the gameplay overall and the matchup that we saw on the main stage?
I mean, it was good, but it wasn't enough. And the best team at this tournament won this tournament. I think we can all safely say that this Cloud9 roster is absolutely no joke. Unbelievable players. I mean, these guys are...
Back up. Not too far. Come forward. I didn't take your picture.
Their careers, and that's saying something because they're still so young. It feels like they still have so much to accomplish.
I think OpTic, they did better, but man, it's just, there's sometimes I think they get to that confidence, like you said.
The level that we're seeing Cloud9 play.
No,
I wonder if they swap. I wonder if they swap someone out with Formal if he came in on this roster. If they would.
Cloud9
Do it,
are
Penguin.
doing
Penguin.
right now, which is absolutely amazing. There we go. There it is. I mean, these guys, they're absolutely lights out. There's nobody that can quite live up to this potential that Cloud9 are pushing forward in game. Gaskin, some wise words for Cloud9 at the moment and what you're feeling.
I think they are pretty much untouchable. I think they're going to be on Cloud9. I think they're going to be at the top of their of the world, and it's about how they move on from this point, because there's two directions it can go. They can either continue to practice and try and dominate online tournaments and really just have so much hunger for it, or they can be like, oh, we've done enough. Like, we're the best. We don't really need to practice. No one's really touching us. And that might just allow the other teams to catch up a little bit, because they might just take a little bit of a break, not play as much, might just allow these teams to creep in and swoop something away from them. But judging from what I heard in that video, in that interview, I think this is a squad who want to go back to back to back to back. They want to be a dynasty. They want to be a team who dominates Halo Infinite throughout its entirety.
Yeah, I think they want to continue to prove that they are the best in the world. And Walshy, you know, what they've managed to accomplish so far this season, and we're early doors in our season as well, which is really, really exciting, I think, if you are a Halo fan. But they have a target on their head now. You know, that's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of teams that you hear in all of our interviews we've seen across the weekend, like, we can potentially take down Cloud9. Like, we can do this. I think we're the team.
For the
team to do it. We've heard it so many different times. You know, what does that do to these guys? Does it give them a hunger even more?
Give me a minute. I'm gonna end the stream and stuff. So give me a minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
Continue to be that team on top.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. On one hand, you have a target on your back. Teams are studying your strategies more than anyone else out there, and so they're gonna have different counters. They're coming straight for you. At the same time, though, it's a vote of confidence. You're going to all these tournaments knowing that what you're doing is working. Your team is on top of the world. And
all right.
I don't think these guys are going to let off the gas pedal.
That was awesome. Thank you to anyone who joined and followed the Halo Hub Twitch. I appreciate it. I'm sorry we did not have the overlays and stuff on. We were more focused on the tournament going, trying to keep that vibe going. So I'm going to give a quick shout outs to the alerts to people who did follow. I'm going to give you all the respect in that. So
you look nice.
We got one here through just do it.
But this wasn't.
I know they're all freezing right now because I'm trying to go through and shut my stuff down. I apologize. Let's see. That's done. So we had a couple people follow Butter My Waffles and just do it. So thank you for the 2 follows tonight. Awesome to see. We're gonna head off for the night. Next time I will be live and hosting stuff for Halo Hub. We'll be here on Twitch. It'll be on Saturday. This Saturday coming up. The 19th of February, 8 p.m. Central Time. So I'll see y'all there for the next community night. Until then, y'all have a good one.